America First, the official credit union of the Utah Royals FC. America First has game-changing solutions for every financial need. So join the winning team today at americafirst.com. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Opener in 2026, the 14th season of NWSL soccer, the third for the reboot for the Utah Royals. It's at AFF America First Field in Sandy, Utah, where tonight they take on the San Diego Wave in NWSL Match Week 2. Hello there, I'm JP Chunga. Amber Tripp joining me tonight, and we've got ourselves a good one between these two teams. But first, Amber, good to have you back on the broadcast for another year of Utah Royals soccer.
Thanks, JP. I'm super excited to be back, and it's a beautiful day for soccer.
It certainly is. Perfect conditions. A big crowd expected for the first game of NWSL's opener in 2026 for the Utah Royals. Let's set things up as last week. It was an unfortunate 2-1 defeat against Kansas City, but the team that owned the best record in all of NWSL last year, the way they played in the first half, that first 45 has to go a long way into giving this team confidence heading into their home opener.
Absolutely. I mean, they were the first to score. Tatum coming back off of an ACL and just jumping right back into things, getting a nice header goal. But it was an unfortunate loss that they ended up losing, but they came back. I mean, they came out strong, and I expect the same today.
When you look at the way Utah has started seasons, it hasn't been as well as they've finished. How do they translate that second half momentum that they had last season into the beginning of this year?
Well, they have the same coach, a lot of the same players, and they have that leadership. They have Kate Del Fava. They have, a lot of those big names that have stuck around, and they can continue that momentum that they ended with the season last in 2025.
You alluded to it, but Tatum Milazzo scoring that goal has to go for a lot of confidence for her coming off that ACL injury. Scoring in your first game back, in your first game for the Utah Royals, a season robbed the year before when she signed, finally getting out there and scoring off of a well-placed corner kick. How does that help the mentality for a player coming back from injury?
I mean, from personal experience, being an ACL victim, it's no fun. I mean, it's 9 months, you're grinding, trying to stay mentally strong, and then for her to get out on the field and put a goal in the back of the net, I mean, she's got to be on cloud nine right now, JP.
See if she's able to add to her total tonight as she is in the starting 11. Let's reveal it for you as the Utah Royals don't make many changes, just one in the back. Yenny Thompson alongside Kaylee Reel, Kate Del Fava. Tatum Milazzo, the aforementioned player, has the lone goal for the Utah Royals this season. In the midfield, Ari Nagai and Ana Tejada alongside Cece Delzer, who pulls the strings as the number 10. And the front line of Kiana Palacios, Lara Prashnikar, and Chloe Lacasse. The goalkeeper for today is Mia Justice. Mandy McGlynn out due to an injury that kept her out of the final portions of U.S. women's national team camp. She had to return to the Utah Royals, dealing with that finger injury. She won't be available for Jimmy Kunratz in the Utah Royals, but a pretty strong 11 with just one change with Yenny Thompson. When you look at the fact that this team has a little bit of continuity, how does that help out heading into this game against San Diego?
I mean, they have a deep bench, right? They have a lot of players who can come on, who can make a difference. Like you mentioned, Yenny Thompson, she's one player on the flank that can really get high and, make things happen for the Royals. And that was something that they struggled with last season, was putting goals in the back of the net. And now they have a lot of threats going forward. So we should see a lot of action in the attack.
8 additions, just a couple in the first 11. Kiana Palacios has to be the one that we talked to, and you'll hear later on in the pregame show. She came over from America in League Femenil, the Mexican league down south, coming into a new league with NWSL. I bet there's a little bit of an adjustment for her. What goes into trying to translate that success in Mexico to here in the United States?
Every place has a different style of play, right? And the Mexican league is a very technical, lots of tricks, lots of flicks. While here in America, it's very athletic. They like to spread the game out. They like to play those longer balls. And so it'll be a cool mix for her to jump in the midfield and be able to create like they do in that Mexican league, and to bring that here into the NWSL and bring that variety that I think America needs.
90 goals in 5 seasons for her. That's a pretty good record.
9-0. That's crazy, JP.
For somebody to be able to score in any league 90 for Kiana, I'm sure she's looking to opening up her account when it comes to NWSL. Chloe Lacasse is another player. She got the assist on Tatum Milazzo's goal. She also battled back from an ACL injury, so pretty cool to see ACL returner Chloe Lacasse connecting with Tatum Milazzo, an ACL returner. She's been crucial for attacks last year towards the end. What can she do tonight to try and break through this San Diego team?
Well, what Chloe Lacasse does so good is breaking lines and finding space to get shots on goal. She can really rip it from anywhere, and she's really smart. She played overseas. She played in Europe for several years, and she can see the game differently, and you can see her level of intelligence and soccer IQ really comes into play. And so tonight, or I guess today, kind of this mid-game, she will stand out because she is smart. She's a very smart player, and we'll see that early on in her attack.
It is a bit of a mid-game, as this is going to be a big week for Utah Royals. 3 games by the time that you hear next. They will be playing tonight against San Diego, playing on Wednesday at Washington, and then finishing up the week Saturday at Boston. For a player, how do you prepare for a week that is loaded with games in such a short amount of time?
3 games in 1 week, JP, at this level is tough. I mean, the amount of physical strain on the body within 1 game, especially in the NWSL, is a lot. And so recovery is huge. The mental side of it as well, being able to get that mental reset in between matches is huge. Not to mention the travel. I mean, they're going all the way to Boston, so that's not a close trip by any means. And for them to be able to stick together as a team, really rely on their bench as well, which we talked about, their deep bench, that they can have players come off and help rest some legs.
Depth will be tested during this week for sure for Jimmy Coonrats. We'll continue and give you a preview of what San Diego offers, as well as you'll be able to hear from the head coach, Jimmy Coonrats, later on in the show, and Kiana Palacios will join us on the program as well. The pregame show for the Utah Royals as they take on the San Diego Wave in their home opener in 2026. It continues next. You're listening to the Utah Royals Radio Network.
Don't miss a moment this season. Utah Royals season tickets are on sale now. Visit utahroyals.com or call 844-REAL-TICKS.
At University of Utah Health, we're mapping DNA to find the cause and the cure. Because 1 in a million is really just one. One person facing one incredibly difficult diagnosis, looking for one thing: hope. Learn more at uofuhealth.org.
It's time to stand up for savings at Mountain Land Power Equipment. During the SCAG 2026 Stand Up for Savings event, save 15% off MSRP on select SCAG mowers, leaf blowers, and turf spreaders. Power, performance, and unbeatable durability. Now at unbeatable prices. But hurry, this promotion ends March 31st, 2026. Visit mountainlandpowerequipment.com or stop by Mountain Land Power Equipment in Ogden, Salt Lake City, or Springville today. Stand up and save with SCAG. Real Salt Lake is back in action for the start of the 2026 MLS season. Be there on April 4th as Real Salt Lake takes on Sporting KC. Tickets available now at rsl.com or by calling 844-REAL-TICKS.
After you've been injured in an accident, you're going to have a lot of questions.
How much will I get for my car? Who pays my medical bills? Will I ever be able to work again? How do I find the right doctor? Should I be talking to the insurance company? When does my claim settle? How do I get money? Who can answer all of these questions?
We can. When you have questions, we have answers. Siegfried and Jensen.
Your home of the Utah Royals FC is right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. KSL Sports Zone.
Utah Royals home opener at America First Field, where they take on the San Diego Wave. Kickoff at 5 o'clock right here on the Utah Royals radio network. JP Chunga with Amber Tripp ahead of this one as we are getting you set. San Diego is led by second-year head coach Jonas Eideval, and Eideval actually spoke during the midweek about how Utah likes to play. Let's hear what he had to say.
With the ball, you need to be able to play through their high pressure. Like, they're a high-pressing, high-intensity team, especially at home, so we need to be prepared for that, and we need to be able to both have good positions to be able to play through that pressure, but also have a good mindset of able to deal with the duels that's going to come as a result of that.
We've seen Utah play high pressure towards the end of last season. That's a pretty good scout when it comes to the opponent head coach, knowing exactly what Utah wants to do, but it comes down to execution for the Royals to get that high press. How do you think this matchup comes up between Utah and San Diego?
It'll be an interesting one, JP, especially with San Diego being more possession style. It'll be interesting to see how they can combat that pressure and play that little tiki-taka game and get and break that initial onset of pressure. And the Royals, they can't let them out. They have to pin them in. And I know that that's their game plan, is to really just pin them in their defensive half and try to make something out of it.
Last season, San Diego was one of the top possession teams in all of NWSL. They led the league. And even last week, it was 70% possession in their game against Houston. They lost 1-0, but they outshot. They had more shots on target. They developed opportunities. They just weren't lethal. Jimmy Kuhnrauts, he says he's very willing to see San Diego have the ball as long as it's in their own half and between their own center backs. Does that sound about right for you, Amber?
I would agree with that. Yes, San Diego, they like to be patient. They like to hold the ball in the back, just shift until there's a trigger moment. And that's what the Royals have to be careful. They need to make sure that they're on their toes. They're ready for that trigger moment and to get the ball out. But as long as it's in their defensive half, they aren't too dangerous. So
when you look at coaches coming from overseas, Jonas Eideval, he's Swedish coach coming over from Arsenal, where his last job, getting his second year with San Diego. You played overseas. A lot of that soccer is very possession-based. It's very different once you come to the United States, right?
100%. The tactics, the way they think, the way they view the game is so different. It's very creative. It's very tactical. Every movement matters. And I've seen that. I've, for a short amount of time, played under Jimmy as well, and he's very much a tactical coach. And you know, they are trying to bridge the gap between kind of that American style of the athletic, the kick and run, and merge the European style where it's a lot more tactical. And so it's been really cool to watch a lot of these teams pick up on the European strengths.
Kenza Dali is the name to watch when it comes to San Diego. She had 5 goals, 3 assists, a player that Utah has to be aware with her. What do you do defensively if you're Utah to corral that type of creative player?
And that was something Jimmy mentioned as well, is just to take her out of the game, right? So always making sure she's got a man on her, always making sure that she doesn't have space, because she is a creative player and she'll, you know, find those lines, break those lines, and really hurt a team. And so to take her out of the game, the Utah Royals need to make sure that they are man-to-man on her all match long.
She is in the starting 11 for San Diego. Let's just reveal it as we've got some times. Leah Freeman getting the start in goal, her first start of her career. She was a rookie with Bay FC last season. Mimi Van Zanten, Kennedy Wesley wearing the captain's arms band alongside Chrissy McNabb and Pearl Maroney for San Diego. In the midfield, Kenza Dali, the player that we were mentioning, Gia Corley alongside her, and Lorena Fejer also in that midfield. Up front, an all-Brazilian attacking group. Ludmila coming over from Chicago, where she scored a boatload of goals. She's joined by Dugina, the Brazilian striker, alongside Gabby Portillo, who comes over from Gotham. Plenty of changes for them in this year. Utah coming in for their first game at home in 2026. I bet there's a lot of nerves, some good nervousness coming out from the Utah Royals as they've got their first home game. How do you approach playing in your own place for the first game of 2026?
I mean, excitement and nerves, they feel really similar, JP, and I'm sure it's a good mix of both. Being here, I mean, this stadium's incredible. The grass, the environment, everything about it. It's got to feel so good to just be home, to be comfortable. You're sleeping in your own bed. I mean, all those things really do come into play on game day, and these girls have got to just be buzzing out of excitement.
Buzzing, a perfect word, because their new jersey is called the Swarm.
Whoa.
As a nod to the Beehive State. What do you think of the all-black uniforms that the Utah Royals released?
They're nice. They're clean. They're slick. I mean, definitely different, right, from their bright blues that they usually rep. Maybe that's their new mentality, is like, let's just be hard and, get some wins this season. So they had to change something up.
The almost bumblebee looking like yellow that they're wearing in their training tops also look pretty spiffy as well. I think the new look certainly has a new feel heading into 2026 that could be good for this team that needs to start out better than they did last year and needs to turn the page. The change in fashion, I bet, also helps.
Right. And that's what's so exciting, is it's a new season. I mean, last season was last season. They can learn a lot from all of those games, and really just make a new brand, a new energy about them for this 2026 season.
We talked about this newcomer, Kiana Palacios. Let's just get one more thought from you ahead of this game before we speak to her. Kiana, coming over from America, where she scored those 90 goals, but she is from California. She represents the Mexican national team. Being able to come over from playing where she started in Spain, then moved to Mexico, has to feel good to come back into the United States and have a little bit of a shorter trip for her family to watch her week in, week out.
Well, to have her family in San Diego is incredible. I mean, as a player who has spent lots of time overseas, not in the comfort of her people, I can attest to that. It can be difficult at times to not have your support. And so now she gets to play in the States with her family. That's got to just feel so comforting.
Kiana Palacios getting that opportunity with the Utah Royals, signed in the offseason as a marquee player. Let's hear from her. I started off our conversation in the midweek asking about how she landed in Utah.
It was an opportunity I couldn't miss out. And so when I heard about it, I was like, let's do this thing. Like, I think I needed something new. And so Utah called me, and we had Zoom meetings, a lot of meetings, and landed here. And I'm very, very excited to be here.
Being able to play at home from California, what's it like finally to get stateside and be able to play in front of your family?
Well, I'm like, finally, because my parents weren't able to come a lot over there in Mexico because of work and stuff. But now it's like an hour and a half away flight. So I'm like, now there's no issues. You just have to be coming now. And so I'm very excited for them to be here close enough to see me and be able to play in San Diego and LA, for them to be able to see me all the time there too. So it's exciting.
Your soccer journey has taken you to Spain. It's taken you to Mexico. In Spain, you were able to play alongside Ana and Nuria, two teammates now. What's it like to reconnect with them and be back in Utah?
Honestly, it's so cool. It's crazy how small the soccer world is, and how you can go away for a few years and then somehow all reconnect again. So it's such a beautiful thing to be able to play with people I used to play with, and having them here honestly helped a lot too, being able to talk to people and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really good to see them here. I'm so happy to play with them again because they're top players, and so being able to share the pitch with them is going to be fun.
A legendary career at one of the powerhouse clubs in Mexico. As you reflect on your time there, what was it like to get that experience and have so much success?
Honestly, it was an honor being able to represent that club the biggest club in Mexico, in Central America, right? And so that club, love and hate club, like they love you one day, they hate you another, but the expectations are so high. And I was proud to be a part of it, and very happy and proud of myself of what I was able to do over there. That club is always going to be in my heart, and so yeah, I wish them nothing but the best, and I'll be seeing them from afar.
What's it like to put on the Mexico shirt when you're able to get into camps with them?
I'm very proud, and such an honor to be able to represent Mexico as a Mexican American. It's like being home. Apart from California, it's like being home. The culture, the food, and everything is so amazing. And being able to represent my parents too. I think, my mom. From her being over there when she was little and coming here wasn't easy for her. So being able to represent her in that part is such a beautiful thing.
Being able to get your debut in Kansas City, what's it like putting on the Royals shirt now that it's been able to happen for you?
Well, I wasn't expecting to be in the starting lineup, but hey, I was put in. I was very excited to be able to put on the Royals jersey, and definitely different type of soccer that I'm used to, but I got to adapt. I'm excited to learn and grow here. So yeah.
Being able to get a debut in front of the home fans, what are you looking forward to seeing the supporters on Sunday?
Just all the support. I've heard usually there's a good amount of people here at the stadium, so I'm excited to play in front of them, in front of my family that came. And so, yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
Kiana, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That is one of the newest Utah Royals, and the signing from the offseason, Kiana Palacios, a Mexican international forward wearing the number 21 shirt. The pregame show for the Utah Royals ahead of today's match against the San Diego Wave continues. Hear from the head man, Jimmy Kunratz, when we return. You're listening to the Utah Royals Radio Network.
If you've been disappointed by underachieving savings, a high-yield certificate from America First can be a fantastic way to help your money start doing more. Whether you're planning for an upcoming expense or just want to save smarter and earn bigger, America First's flexible certificates are an outstanding way to grow your cash. So don't wait to get your money working. Head to americafirst.com and open a high-yield certificate today. Membership eligibility, terms, conditions, and change apply. Fees could reduce account earnings. Federally insured by NCUA.
Soccer lives here, and your seat is waiting. 2026 Real Salt Lake season tickets are on sale now. Don't miss a minute of the action at America First Field. Visit rsl.com or call 844-REAL-TIX.
Okay, I've got to tell you about something that honestly surprised me. I went down to Peach Doors and Windows to check out their showroom, and these are not your big box store doors. We're talking solid core, reinforced, high security doors that look like they belong on $1 million home. And here's what hit me. Most break-ins don't happen through windows. They happen through the front door. And a lot of doors, they're basically decorative cardboard with a handle. Peach installs doors that are built to take a beating. Heavy-duty hardware, reinforced frames, real security, but they still look absolutely stunning. Whether you're building $1 million home or you just want yours to look like one, your front door is the first impression and the first line of defense. Do yourself a favor. Go see their showroom. Feel the difference. Visit peachdoorsandwindows.com or stop by their showroom today. Upgrade the door. Upgrade the home. Simple as that.
Get the latest Utah sports headlines delivered to your inbox with the KSL Sports Newsletter. From the Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, BYU, Utah, Real Salt Lake, and more. Be in the know of all things sports in the state of Utah. Visit KSLSports.com to sign up for the KSL Sports Newsletter. This is Utah Royals Soccer on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
The pregame show for the Utah Royals as they take on the San Diego Wave in the home opener of the 2026 NWSL season is shortly to come. This portion of today's match is presented by America First. As the Utah Royals official credit union and proud front of jersey partner, America First has game-changing solutions for every financial need. Join the winning team today at americafirst.com. Here on the Utah Royals Radio Network, I'm JP Chunga. Amber Tripp will join us on the broadcast. But first, Let's hear from the head man for the Utah Royals, Jimmy Kunratz. Head coach, I was able to catch up with earlier in the week to discuss this matchup and how it sets up for a 3-game week. They play Wednesday against Washington, Saturday against Boston, but today it begins against San Diego.
No, I think indeed it's a tough week. You have a lot of games coming on, but I think what we said as a team, what we said as a staff as well, is San Diego first, and we're not going to compromise any minute against San Diego in order to look forward to Washington. It's just the one game at a time mentality, and we go all in against San Diego, and right after San Diego we'll sit together to see what we want to do against Washington. But I'm not a huge fan of looking forward to Washington and Boston. I think it's just focusing on San Diego and getting that game out of the way first.
When you look at the depth of the team, will that be something that you'll have to utilize during this time?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think we'll use the depth of the squad. The reality is that the squad at this point isn't that deep, so it's just making sure that we make the right decisions for the players' health. I mean, we are as competitive as we can be, and I think that's going to be the balance and the combination for the week.
First half against Kansas City was very competitive for your team. What did you like through that first 45?
It's just, I think what we control is our intent and the energy. And I think those two elements in the first half were definitely good. I think we showed great intentions. We had good energy. And then second half, we go from trying to win a game into trying to defend the lead. And that never really works for us. So I think whenever we get out of the locker room, we have to go out and try to win a game, whether it's first half, whether it's second half. And I think that needs to be the mentality.
First opportunity for the supporters to see Kiana Palacios. How would you describe her game and what she can offer the Royals?
Yeah, I think Kiana is just smart and very calm. I think first 2 weeks in, she's not a big talker. She doesn't need all the attention, but she loves to just pop up in front of the goal and finish. It's been a full week of practice for her. It's been the first one without any modifications, without any limitations, and she can finish a goal, whether it's in the 11s, whether it's in the shooting drills. She knows where the goal is and she knows how to score a goal. So I think that was a major part that we're missing. So we're really looking forward to showing her to our fans.
Do you do something special when players are coming from different leagues to the NWSL, which everybody knows is physical, transitional, that adjustment?
Yeah, I think Kiana was limited to 60 minutes last week just to make sure she gets into the new league. But I think the reality is as well that we have to look at their history. And Kiana has been a high output player for her previous club for the national team as well, which helps her here. The elevation where she's coming from was higher than here as well. So I think those are all the elements you take into account. We have Diana getting on the pitch that comes from France, where there is basically no elevation. She didn't play for 2 months. So that's a different pathway than it is for a Kiana. So it's a case by case, but it's definitely something we look into. We want to make sure that we set them up for success.
Lara Prashnikar got a full preseason with the team, was able to get those games towards the end of the season. What kind of year can she have in 2026?
Yeah, I think she's definitely one of the players that can make a difference for us, and it's just finding the right role, finding the right fit for her. I think she's at her best when she can come while getting to play and really combine with players. I think that's what we've seen last week as well. It was the first time we were finding Chloe Lacasse that often in behind, and they were all coming from passes from Lara. So I think Lara is definitely a player that likes to come into the shape and then feed beyond and through the shape of the opponent. So there's definitely a role that we want to give her this season.
Tatum Milazzo got her first opportunity to put on the Royal shirt and had that goal, but appreciating the road that came to it, recovering from that injury. As you see her get more and more games under her belt, what can she provide?
Yeah, I think she didn't even know she was starting the game until 24 hours before the game. So I think that also speaks to what kind of person she is. She stepped on that pitch ready, mentally just being very resilient and then ready for that game. And I think Tatum has been with us for a year, so it's not that she's new to the environment. She knows what we want to do. She knows what it takes to be in this league as well, just from previous experiences. So I think it's a great fit. And I think what I'm expecting with her is just take up sort of a leadership role. She's definitely a person that knows how to bring a good atmosphere to the team, that keeps everyone at their high, who helps everyone, and is transferring that into a role for her consistently throughout the year.
How can her NWSL experience with Kate Del Fava, other players, help the group that has some young faces on it?
Yeah, no, I definitely think one of the elements is was a fun fact, but she's one of the biggest aerial threats as well in this league. So I think we've seen that, we've noticed that last week for the first time. So it's finding her in those moments. But then next to that, it's also, like I said, she knows what it takes in this league. We're facing a 3-game week. It's players like Kedo Fava, Kaylee Real, Ateta Milaza, where you expect them to teach the younger ones what to do at what time, just to make sure they're ready for the next game. And I think that's how we're relying on those more experienced players in this squad.
San Diego is a team that loves to have the ball. They led last season in possession and had a really impressive first week when it came to keeping the ball. What is it about that you look at in approaching this game?
Yeah, they can have the ball as long as we can define where they have the ball. I think that's going to be the game for us as well. It's they had 750 passes, but I think 45 to 50% was between two center backs. So I think it's all relevant. Like, you all have to put it into context. So I'm happy for the center backs to have the ball. I think we just need to define where the ball can get to, and where it doesn't get to. I think we're ready to take up Kenza Dali, who in my opinion is probably the best midfielder in this whole league, if not amongst the top 5 in the world. So it's making sure that we get the ball away from her, and as long as we do our job well, we know how we can score goals against them, and we know how they want to score goals. So it's just balancing those two elements. But I'm not really afraid of those high possession teams as long as we can define where they get the ball.
First opportunity to play in front of the supporters. What are you looking forward to being back at America First Field?
Yeah, I think the whole preseason has been about culture, about DNA, philosophy, showing who we want to be. I think that's what we want to do towards the fans. I think the fans, whether the result is positive, negative, I want them to see who we are, and I want them to see how we want to approach the season. We want to be competitive, just like we were for 45 minutes against Kansas City. We want to do the same for 90 minutes now against San Diego. I think we just want to show the identity of this team, and we hope that they can find pieces in this identity that link with them, so they keep on coming back to see us play.
Jimmy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That is the head coach of the Utah Royals, Jimmy Kunratz. When we return, lineups in first kick with Amber Tripp. You're listening to the Utah Royals Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Utah Royals pregame show, presented by America First. As the Utah Royals official credit union and proud jersey front partner, America First has game-changing solutions for every financial need. So join the winning team today at AmericaFirst.com. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Utah Royals soccer is back. Join us Friday, April 3rd, as the Utah Royals take on the Chicago Stars at 7 p.m. Don't miss the energy, the atmosphere, and the start of a new season. Get your tickets now at UtahRoyals.com.
Hi, this is Doug Wright. You can feel the spring in the air. As a matter of fact, we've been feeling the spring in the air all winter long. But as the season genuinely changes, it's time to make your reservation at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, Hotel Park City, and downtown Salt Lake City. And don't forget, quite a few great events are just around the corner, including some holidays. We'll have a lot of visitors in Salt Lake City before long, and it's time to make your reservation at the downtown location, 275 South West Temple. And of course, up in the mountains, it is beautiful. There's still some skiing going on. Ruth's Chris Steakhouse is right there at Hotel Park City. The best meal you have ever had awaits you at Ruth's Chris, whether it's steaks, whether it's poultry, whether it's seafood, the side dishes, the desserts. You're going to love Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, downtown Salt Lake City and Hotel Park City.
As Americans, we love to try and fix our own stuff. It's as American as Paddington Bear. We pride ourselves in going to the hardware store and knowing exactly where to find the tools we'll only use once. But every once in a while, we bite off more than we can chew. When once all the screws are stripped, wires crossed, and hairs grayed, isn't there a certain charm to admitting you need an expert? And don't worry, there are lots of things that need help, but don't like to admit it. Things like self-checkout machines. I feel like I'm doing most of the work there. Autocorrect, again, most of the work. Also, the French. So if you've general custarded yourself into a bad situation, give Shamrock Plumbing a call. We're here to help.
Soccer lives here, and your seat is waiting. 2026 Real Salt Lake season tickets are on sale now. Don't miss a minute of the action at America First Field. Visit RSL.com or call 844-REAL-TIX.
97.5 KZNS FM Colville, 1280 KZNS AM Salt Lake City, and KSL FM HD2 Salt Lake City Midvale. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. First kick is just moments away as the Utah Royals are on the pitch. You're listening to Utah Royals Soccer on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Home opener at AFF. Perfect conditions for the capper of Week 2 in NWSL. The Utah Royals host the San Diego Wave. For head coach Jimmy Kunratz, a new opportunity to introduce his side to the home supporters. Encouraged by a first 45 against Kansas City, they look for a full performance tonight. Starting in goal for the injured Mandy McGlynn is second-year goalkeeper Mia Justice. In the back, Yenny Thompson makes her first start after playing 30 minutes in the second half at KC. She joins Kaylee Reel and Kate Del Fava as the center backs. Week 1 goal scored Tatum Milazzo also on the back line. A double pivot in the midfield for Ana Tejada and Aria Nagai. Cece Delzer plays the point of the triangle to support the front line. Chloe Lacasse, Lara Prashnikar on the wings. Kiana Palacios, the home debut for the Mexican international. For San Diego, they fell to Houston 1-0 at Snapdragon Stadium last week despite dominating in possession. Head coach Jonas Eideval will have to make a change in goal. Didi Haricic is out with an injury. Leah Freeman, second-year player, gets her first career start in the net. In the back, Mimi Van Zanten earns her second start as a rookie. Kennedy Wesley is the captain. She partners alongside Kristen McNabb in the middle. Pearl Moroney is the right back. In the middle, Lorena Frazier and Gia Corley protect French number 10, Kenza Dali, their biggest attacking force, 5 goals, 3 assists last season. An all-Brazilian attacking force up top. New signing Ludmila from Chicago is joined by Gabby Porchio and Dujinha. JP Chunga and Amber Tripp here at AFF. Utah in their black swarm kits. San Diego in their Balboa sand kits. Sean Tahini is the center official. Abdu Njai is the VAR official. It is the second week of NWSL. Absolutely gorgeous night here at AFF in Sandy, Utah. Near 70 degrees at the start of kickoff. The Utah Royals will start in possession going from left to right across your radio dial. Lara Prashnikar waiting in the middle for the first kick. Should be a fantastic matchup between these two teams. The Utah Royals have never beaten San Diego in 4 tries, all losses, trying to upend that tonight in their home opener. Utah in home openers, they've gone 1-2-1 in their first games on Utah soil. Prashnikar begins things with a pass in the back to Mia Justice. Long ball to the right side, nodded by Dujinha. In the middle to Kenza Dali, deflected by Prashnikar, still keeping it in the attacking half for Utah. Out wide, it's Gabby Porchio to keep possession for San Diego. Going to see a lot of possession for the Wave, but we talked about it in the pregame, Amber. Utah wants to keep it in their own attacking half, so San Diego's defensive half, that's how they see success in this game.
And we see it really early on. I mean, the Utah Royals just one possession back because of that swarm, because of their attack, or I guess their defensive shape to then get on the attack. And they just won a throw-in on the far end because they are pinning back San Diego in their defensive end.
That press is something that Jonas Eideval, the head coach for San Diego, was keenly aware of in the lead-up. Tejada across into the box. Yenny Thompson the opportunity, but wide of the goal. First chance of the game, though, goes to Utah, and it comes from wide service from Ana Tejada, left to right for Yenny Thompson. Second minute of play, no score between these two teams, San Diego and Utah. Utah lost 2-1, week 1 against Kansas City. San Diego dropped points against Houston 1-0 at home in California. Goal kick goes out of bounds and out for touch for San Diego. See exactly what these two teams will do, wanting the 3 points after disappointing results in the first week, but plenty of season to go. This is going to be the longest season in NWSL with 2 new teams in Boston and Denver. Utah on the first of a 3-game set this week. Plenty of travel, plenty of games. Wednesday, they'll take on Washington, and Saturday, newcomers to NWSL, Boston. Utah has it in the back. Del Fava, left-footed clearance only to Tejada in the midfield. She knocks it off of Kenza Dali for a defensive half throw-in.
You talked about JP coming off 2 losses. I mean, both teams are hungry to get a win. It is very early on in the season. I mean, 1 game in. And so this is the time to try things. This is the time to try and, figure out what works best, because it is a long season. Like you said, the longest ever with 30 games. So the first 2 is, a lot of nerves. You're kind of breaking in, getting to know the other team, and we'll see that here a lot tonight. Some mistakes, but also some, I'm sure, incredible plays that we'll see here soon.
And the Royals, to be fair, are without their leading goal scorer from last year, Mina Tanaka. She's with the Japanese national team, which just won the Asian Cup today against Australia. Congratulations to Tanaka. Into the middle for San Diego, and now in the center circle, Krista McNabb. Out left, Maroney. Into the middle, Fager, pressed by CC Delzer. Attacking half possession for San Diego. Out wide, Virginia in a 1v1 matchup with Thompson. Thompson knocks it off of the corner flag, but concedes the spot kick. So a first corner of the match goes to San Diego.
And great defending by Yenny Thompson. She's going to have her work cut out for her on this left flank with Dudinja. She's a strong player. She has it here again on this left side. Very dangerous.
Short corner. Dali swings it over for Mimi Van Zanten on the right side. Takes a low shot, and diving to her left, Mia Justice covers it up. First shot on target goes to San Diego, coming in the 5th minute.
When you see that they are possession style, but as soon as they're in the attacking third, they're going to find any window to try to get a shot off. And that's what San Diego is really good at, is capitalizing on the opportunities they do create.
Little bit of nervous possession in the back. Mia Justice pops it up into the air. Tejada controls, but her pass off the mark when she's trying to connect with CC Delzer. San Diego unable to capitalize, and it goes out of bounds for a throw-in to Utah. No score, 5 minutes gone in the match between these two in week 2 of the NWSL season. Trying to control it, Delzer, she loses possession. Fazier, her pass deflected. San Diego has it on the right side through Van Zanten. Good connection between her and Corley. Van Zanten, the long cross, switches the point of attack, but too long for Dugina on the left side. Out of bounds for a throw into Utah near their own corner flag.
That's the second time that San Diego Wave has found the flank. Once on the left, once on the right, and that is their game plan, is to expose the wide flanks and then to get a cross off.
Throw into Prashnikar. Palacios tries to shield the ball away. Falls to Dali, and San Diego has it in the back. Maroney on the left side. Escapes pressure from Prashnikar to support with McNabb. Passes between the center back. McNabb and Wesley. Now Maroney. Part of 3 French players in the 11 for Jonas Eideval. Utah pushes San Diego back further in their own defensive half, near their 18. McNabb lobs it up the field. Corley helps it on. Del Fava wins the ball. Battle between Nagai and Corley, and it escapes to Tejada. Out on the left side, Tatum Milazzo, goal scorer from last week, coming off of an ACL injury in her Royal debut against Kansas City. Thompson tried to go between the legs of Corley and wins the foul for San Diego. Took out Corley after she couldn't get the nutmeg. Wave go quickly and have it in the back with their goalkeeper, Leah Freeman, 24-year-old out of Berkeley, California. Played her college soccer at Oregon and Duke. Was with Bay FC last season. Getting the start tonight with Didi Haricic out with injury. So a first start, a debut in the league for Leah Freeman. Thrown on the far side for Utah after San Diego loses possession. Nothing too dangerous comes to San Diego opportunities in this game so far. Excellent switch of the field by Utah. Thompson tried to play it advancing for Prashnikar, but it was deflected by Maroney, and San Diego gets in possession. Straight ball to Dugina in the attacking half. Off a deflection by Nagai, Del Fava goes to ground, knocks it out wide, and Gabby Porchillo has it, but flag goes up on the far side from our official, so it's offside.
You can see it's pretty back and forth right now, JP. Like we talked about, kind of first game, if you will, second game jitters, trying to feel each other out, but it's definitely going back and forth. Looks like people are a bit frantic, kind of kicking it without real intent. But, you know, as time goes on, both teams will start to settle in and start to play more of their style that they're hoping for.
See the ideas, though, with that switch of the play to Thompson moments ago. Some good attacking advances in moments, just not exactly, as you say, that sharpness that will come later on in the season. Still the second week, plenty of games to go. Kennedy Wesley knocks it off of her own player in Kenza Dali. Luckily, the ball bounces back to her. Goes all the way back for Leah Freeman. Little chip over the press by Utah. Finds Pearl Maroney with some space on the left side. She has Eugenia in front of her. Opts for support in Fégère. Former youth international with France finds the veteran on this team, Kenza Dali. 34-year-old, playing some of her best stuff with Jonas Eideval on the San Diego team. Kept possession now in the back, though, as Utah pushes San Diego into their own defensive half. Dali finds a space. Taken away by Cece Delzer. Attacking opportunities for Utah. Delzer driving at the back line. Using Palacios on the left side. Palacios in the 18. Making her home debut, Palacios has to back off. Kennedy Wesley doing excellent defense. And her pass is knocked off a San Diego player. And a foul allows the Wave to get out with a spot kick.
Really good defense from the Royals. You see how compact they are. They're just waiting. They're shifting until San Diego makes a mistake. San Diego played a straight ball into the middle, and the Royals were able to step in quickly and then counterattack. And they were, you know, in the 18 at one point. They were pretty close to breaking that line, but San Diego did really well to drop in and regain possession.
To be fair for San Diego, they probably had the advance in numbers. It was just two players forward for the Royals after that giveaway, but excellent job to win the ball for them. Gia Corley knocked to ground by Ari Nagai near midfield, and that draws the first card of the match. Yellow card caution in the 12th minute of play goes to Ari Nagai, second-year player for the Utah Royals. Something to watch for the rest of this game. Nagai playing in that double pivot alongside Ana Tejada. Flip ball into Kaylee Reel, who nods it away. San Diego moves it to the right side with Van Zanten. Porchio pass in front of her in the 18, and Mia Justice scoops it on the ground. Roll out for Prashnikar. In support, Thompson. Utah still in their own defensive half. Their own defensive third. Thompson going short to Kaylee Reel. Big clearance out. Palacios battling with McNabb. Whistle from the official as appears to be a head injury. They'll call on the medical team for the Utah Royals. No reason to risk anything here as Palacios grabbed her head straight after the contact.
Anytime there's any head injury, they will immediately call the staff on no matter what, just to take precautionary.
So as she's being dealt with by the medical team, should mention the Utah Royals soccer is back. Join us Friday, April 3rd, as the Utah Royals take on the Chicago Stars. Don't miss the energy, the atmosphere at the start of the new season. Get your tickets at utahroyals.com. Of course, for tickets, season tickets, they're on sale now as well. Visit utahroyals.com or 844-REAL-TICKS. Utah and San Diego at America First Field. 14th minute of play. No score between Utah and San Diego. Home opener for the Royals. Palacios back onto her feet. Believes she'll be able to get back onto the field. Be after she takes a moment off. And a drop ball to San Diego. Have it in the back as play resumes. Palacios back onto the field. Wave with possession in their own defensive half. All the way back to Leah Freeman, the goalkeeper outside of her 18. Straight ahead for McNabb. Looking for a diagonal ball straight into the air. Del Fava got the first head to it. Ludmila battling. Corley tried to play a nice through ball in from Van Zanten, but Utah deals with it well. Long clearance near midfield. Second ball up for contention and a foul called against Utah and Cece Delzer in the center circle.
You can hear a lot of booing from the stands. I mean, they don't agree with that call. Looks like she went down a little bit late. Did a couple rolls, but the referee thought otherwise.
Pearl Maroney, the player for San Diego who went to ground. Delzer given the foul. So San Diego ball in the center circle. Not too many opportunities between these two sides in the opening moments of this match. Home opener for the Utah Royals. Year 3 of the reboot. Diagonal into the corner, and Van Zanten can't catch up to it, so a goal kick for Mia Justice. Real Salt Lake is back in action for the start of the MLS season. Be there on April 4th as RSL takes on Sporting KC. Tickets available now at rsl.com or call 844-REAL-TICKS. 15 minutes gone, loose pass in the back. Mia Justice having to cover up. Del Fava tried to go back to her goalkeeper. It was just out of the reach of her. Dugenia was there for San Diego to apply some pressure. Nearly a golden chance for San Diego. Another challenge by Utah as Lara Prashnikar gets stuck in after being dispossessed. And another yellow card given by the official. The second one handed out to Utah. This in the 17th minute.
You can see things are heating up a bit, JP, from both ends, from the Royal side, from the San Diego side. it's really hard for either team to get a rhythm with, all the stop and goes. But this is a dangerous spot for San Diego, just a couple yards outside the 18. They could whip this one in back post.
Kenza Dalit stands over the free kick. 17th minute of play. Dali, the 34-year-old, swings the right foot into it. Glanced header on by Kennedy Wesley, and it goes out of bounds for a goal kick. Nowhere on target for Mia Justice. Should be said, 4 games officially in NWSL, but last season these two teams very familiar. They played each other in the preseason of 2025, and then during the summer break, they played 2 friendlies home and away. So they are very familiar with the San Diego Wave. Giveaway in the back. Eugenia able to get it at the top of the 18. A poor back pass by Kate Del Fava. Pounced on by San Diego, and they have the opening goal in the 18th minute. Eugenia opens her account, the first goal on the season for the San Diego Wave.
And what a beautiful read by Eugenia to come in and just one-time it. Obviously, a miscommunication from the Royals. You saw Del Fava try to play this ball back all the way to Mia Justice, and Justice was nowhere to be found.
Eugenia in the back, able to get an easy opportunity, open net, as it even appeared as if Kate Del Fava's pass might have been deflected as it was going back. Pressure by San Diego, and Eugenia pounces for the goal in the 18th minute. Mental error by Utah, conceding first in their home opener against San Diego.
We've seen a couple other nervy moments like that from the Royals in the back line, and San Diego Wave trying to apply pressure. They've been ready to pounce, and on that one, it just fell nicely for them.
Eugenia, her first goal, had a good finish to 2025. She had 5 strikes, just 10 appearances. Adjusting to NWSL after coming from Sao Paulo, the Brazilian on the front line for San Diego. Wave with the ball in the back. Fagier pressured by Cece Delzer. Ops left for some space. Pass ahead is clubbed out by Del Fava. 20th minute of play, 1-0 score currently for San Diego. Opener scored by Eugenia in the 18th minute. Long toss for Ludmila. Pass in the back, another miscommunication. Eugenia, another chance, this one closer in the 18, and Mia Justice able to get onto it. Easy save for her in the end. Not much power on the shot, but that's another mental error by the Utah Royals.
Very similar situation. The guy trying to play that ball all the way back. Little miscommunication within the back line. And luckily, they mishit it, and Mia Justice could scoop that one up.
Utah needs to get those back passes sorted out. A couple of chances for Eugenia already. First 20 minutes. Goal scorer has it on the left side near midfield. Ball on the ground for Gia Corley, making a run in the left channel. Looking for support in Fagier. Loose pass, gives it back for Utah. Tejada. Long ball struck. Going to the corner of the 18, and Leah Freeman, the goalkeeper for San Diego, eager to pick it up. See the idea as left back and the center back. Plenty of space for the Utah Royals right as they repossess. If they find that ball, they could find some success. Justice had to knock it forward. Second ball won by Utah and Cece Delzer. She has support on the right side with Tejada. Ops left, dribbling with the ball. Delzer finds Lacasse in the 18. Her cross deflected. Second clearance goes for San Diego. All the way near midfield. Del Fava can track this down. In the back, Mia Justice. Should be said, taking over for Mandy McGlynn, out with a broken finger, U.S. Women's National Team goalkeeper, and played so many good games for the Utah Royals. Possession kept by Kiana Palacios. Now Yenny Thompson on the right side. On the right, Lara Prashnikar swings it into the middle. Defended well by McNabb. Out for Tejada, keeps it up against that right side, but down the channel, not enough real estate for Lara Prashnikar. A throw-in coming for San Diego.
Much better build from the Royals, playing in, playing out, finding the flank. Prashnikar with not a bad service into the box, just nobody home to finish it, but that is more of the Royals style play that they're hoping to bring more of and to be a bit more creative up top.
Pressure on for Utah, and they force San Diego to club it out. Attacking third throw-in for Yenny Thompson. Utah trying to get back into this game. Conceding in the 18th minute. Dugenia. Fourth matchup between these two sides last season. Latest one was in October, where Utah came in unbeaten in 8, and it was San Diego that snapped the streak. See what happens in 2026, the 5th meeting between these two sides. Switch of the play on the left to Tatum Milazzo. She knocks it off of a San Diego player, and another throw-in for Utah. Nagai, plenty of space, swings it into the area. Excellently defended by Kristen McNabb. Long clearance from Mimi Manzantin. Kaylee Reel gets under it. In the defensive half, needed Justice, 40 yards out of her goal. Looking to the left with Del Fava. Advancing the ball. Going wide for Milazzo. Inside Delzer. Excellent through ball for Lacasse. Can she catch up to it? Cross to the back stick. Thompson controls, shoots, blocked. Spinning out for Dugenia to take it for San Diego. Trying to get a transition opportunity. Dugenia, long ball for Ludmila. Kate Del Fava still has to do some defending and somehow gets it to Mia Justice in her 18.
Two very dangerous plays on both sides of the field, really. The Royals had a moment where they played a beautiful ball from Delzer outside of the foot to Chloe Lacasse, got a shot on goal, and then all the way on the other end with the counterattack when the Wave stole it back. And Mia Justice, again, lucky that didn't go through because the Wave is strong up top. You can see that they're trying to break that back line, and they have a couple times now.
Through ball played by Prashnikar, too long for Kiana Palacios on the right channel. Leah Freeman covers up. But that is exactly what NWSL can be. Transition from one attack to another in the blink of an eye. Out of bounds on the far side to San Diego. 25 minutes down in the first half. Utah trails 1-0 in their home opener against San Diego. Year 3 of the reboot for the Utah Royals, trying to find more success. Year 3, looking for a chance to contend for the playoffs, see if they can have one of those spots at the end of the year. 8 teams make it in NWSL. Foul near midfield as Del Fava got into it with Ludmila. Goes to ground, but gets back up. Free kick coming for San Diego.
Majority of the fouls have been in this middle third. A lot of them could be tactical, honestly, from Jimmy Kroonratz saying, hey, if they have an attack, we got to stop it somehow. And sometimes the best solution is a foul, a little tug on the jersey. It looks like a lot of these are in that middle third, and they have stopped quite a bit of those through balls.
Here's One long ball for San Diego. Too far. Mia Justice able to catch up to it before it goes out for the goal kick. Start the play in the back with Del Fava. Want to enjoy a Real Salt Lake match from a private luxury box, suite, or premium club? Email premium@rsl.com for more info. Utah attacking on the left side. Swung into the box by Tatum Milazzo. Excellent control by Palacios. Prashnikar at the top of the box, trying to get the opportunity. Well defended by San Diego. No shot on target after Palacios does a good job to lay it off to the Slovenian international. San Diego trying to build out. Excellent defending by Ari Nagai to win the ball back for Utah. Delzer, her first touch a little long, trying to dribble around the defender. In the box, Delzer gets the shot, the chance. Defended well by Kennedy Wesley, and it goes out for a corner kick. Somehow she was able to round her defender, attack in the 18, and just on the edge of the 6-yard box, Kennedy Wesley knocked out the opportunity.
Delzer's been slicing and dicing. I mean, really, she's been making San Diego's defense look silly. She's so crafty on the ball, and you could see she created all of that space for herself. And then Wesley came in and made a great save. Now they have a corner kick.
Chloe Lacasse, near side corner. Stands over this for Utah. Would be an outswinger. Has a short option in Yenny Thompson. Plenty of bodies in the box for the Royals. Lacasse goes short. Using Lacasse, dribbling in the 18, taking it near post, and it goes off of a San Diego defender and out for a throw-in.
It was a nice short play by the Royals, playing a little quick corner kick and then leaving Chloe Lacasse with a lot of space. She hit it with some pace with her left foot, and the Wave just came in with a big header, pushing it out for a throw-in.
Thompson loading up for the long throw-in. Puts it in for Prashikar, off her body. Corner kick as it was knocked out, judged by the official last by San Diego. So second corner in successive moments for the Utah Royals. But now a whistle gives it back, a goal kick for San Diego. Overruled on the call after it was initially judged to be a corner. Leah Freeman to take the goal kick. Goes long for Porchio near midfield. Knotted down by Milazzo. Tejada controls. Pressured by Corley. Getting into a bit of congestion in the middle. Corley wins it, and Tejada has to foul. San Diego tries to go quickly, but well past the place where the foul occurred. They'll have to take it back. 30th minute of play.
The Wave putting a lot of pressure in that middle third, especially on a Tejada. You see she had two players on her in the middle of the pitch. That's really rare to get double teamed in the middle of the pitch, and it worked out for the Wave. Now they have a free kick just above half line.
Dali, the right foot into the box. Wesley gets ahead to it. Right in front, Justice on a diving stop. Can't get to it. It goes in the back of the net, but the official on the far side has flag up. Justin Fillmore calling it offside. So another chance that could have gone San Diego's way, taken off the board by the offside flag.
It was a nice ball in, JP. I mean, she flicked it back post. They got a toe on it. Lucky for the Royals that it was offsides, because that one trickled in the opposite side just past Mia Justice.
That was exactly what I was going to bring up. The ball into the box for Wesley, and the header from left going over to the right side, perfectly placed for on-rushing San Diego to put it into the back of the net. Still waiting after the offside call, as Adu Njai is the VAR official helping out center ref Sean Tahini, trying to check if this goal that is disallowed is actually offside. Look close, and frankly, for how well worked that free kick was, it probably did deserve something. Whistle from the center official confirms that is offsides. So it remains 1-0 San Diego in the 33rd minute. Del Fava carrying it out of her own back. Getting popped to ground by San Diego and Ludmila. So a foul allows Utah to get out unimpeded. The ground near the middle to Tejada. Right side, Yenny Thompson trying to get past midfield. She loses possession. Maroney knocking it ahead. Kaylee Reel puts it down. Dugina on the second ball. Roughed off possession. Clubbed forward for Kennedy Wesley to knock it ahead. Battle for possession in the midfield. Porchio uses Van Zanten in support, and all the way back for Leah Freeman. On the outside, Wesley harassed by Kiana Palacios. Long ball goes to Del Fava. Uses the left foot to knock it out of bounds. A throw-in 40 yards away from the goal for San Diego.
You could see in that moment, Del Fava facing her own goal, thought about, do I play Mia Justice or do I just kick this one out? And learning from the times before, you just got to kick it out of bounds. It's been a little bit too dangerous for the Royals, and they're learning from their mistakes, given almost two opportunities, one that actually was capitalized. And that was smart by the captain, Del Fava.
Kate Del Fava wearing the captain's armband because Paige Cronin out with injury. Playing in the center back. Ball given away. Gia Corley has it for San Diego, trying to slide it across the face of goal. Mia Justice gets her foot to it. Eventually it becomes a save for Utah. Goes over to Lacasse on the left side. Her clearance deflected, but the second ball won by Ana Tejada. Combination with Lacasse at the midfield. Swing over for Thompson. Tried to one-touch it ahead for Prashikar. Maroney disrupts the play. San Diego comes into possession. All the way back for McNabb. Palacios nearly there. Goes into the 18 for Leah Freeman. 35th minute of play. Utah trails 1-0 as a result of a Dugina goal in the 18th. Giveaway by Kate Del Fava. She was trying to pass back for Mia Justice, and it was pounced on by the Brazilian striker for San Diego. Good long ball dealt with by Utah. Tejada swings the foot into it centrally for Prashnikar. Loose touch by Delzer. Wesley has to come from her center back position. Long ball over the top looking for Dugina. First touch. Tried to connect with Ludmila. Still in the 18. Dugina shields it out. Corner kick to San Diego.
That Brazilian duo up top with Dugina and Lumina is really dangerous. You can see that they both press at the exact same time. They're trying to read each other. They feed off of each other, and it's worked well for them. That's how they scored the goal against Mia Justice, and they've received a lot of corners because of that press together.
Dali over to take the near side corner. Swung into the area. Knotted out by Utah. All the way to Maroney, 40 yards out. Lobs it back for Kenza Dali on the left side. And the flag goes up. Once again offside by San Diego. I believe it was on the ball after the corner was defended with. Maroney put it over the top for Dali to have a second chance, but she was behind the play, so offside. Justice looking for Milazzo, far side. Out of bounds for San Diego, a throw in near midfield. Ludmila controlling. Try to go back. Prashnikar. One touches it for Palacios. McNabb deals with it. It gets deflected out wide. Lacasse comes under it. Wesley sweeps the leg out for the clearance. Opportunity for Utah on that occasion, trying to go quickly in transition. Quick throw into Del Fava near midfield. Over for Real in the center circle. Del Fava advances it to Delzer. Little ball into the box. Defended well by Van Zanten. This throw-in will come right next to the corner flag on the far side.
The connection between Chloe Lacasse and Delzer is, you can see that they have that chemistry, right? Delzer is always trying to play her those little flick balls through, and Chloe Lacasse knows to run onto it. That one got cut out, but we've seen that for 5-6 times now within this game.
Throw-in stolen away by Corley, and Ana Tejada has to do some defending and knock it out to stop the San Diego advance. Delzer was instrumental in the first half performance against Kansas City. She played a couple of through balls. Laura Prashnikar was also offensive in the first half against KC. They had a 1-0 advantage heading into the break as a result of Tatum Milazzo. Utah looking for something in this half, their home opener. Played on the ground to Prashnikar near midfield. Looking for the long ball. Plenty of space for Chloe Lacasse. Excellent find by Prashnikar. Cass trying to go on the ground to Delzer, but Kendi Wesley quick to it. San Diego has it on the right side. Gabby Porchillo goes to ground, and Ari Nagai dragged her down, so a foul allows San Diego to have the spot kick.
You mentioned it at the beginning of the game, JP, about playing that long ball far across is what the Royals is real good at, and it wasn't quite falling for them the first couple tries, but these last couple have found Chloe Lacasse's feet, and they want to expose her. They want her in 1v1 situations. They want to get her in that attack, and you can see that they're continuing to look for that big, long switch across the field.
Cass came back from ACL injury at the end of 2025. She suffered it after her first season in 2024. Just as she was getting going, she got a hat trick, and then the next game tore her ACL. Tough for her, but working her way back. She has this cross on the left side. It's deflected into the arms of Leah Freeman. She has been so active through the first 2 games. The assist on the goal from Milazzo in the first. Second game, she's been very active. Drop kick by San Diego, defended by Utah, and knocked out by Yenny Thompson in front of the San Diego bench. Throw-in coming. .50-50 the possession so far in this first half. The edge on the scoreline in the 41st minute of play goes to San Diego. 18th minute goal by Dugenia. San Diego has it in their own 18 with Leah Freeman, their goalkeeper. McNabb on the ground, looking for Dugenia. Thompson quick to it. Reload for San Diego. Corley uses McNabb in support. Glanced ahead by Maroney across the body of Yenny Thompson. Nothing doing from the center official, so we play on. Tejada turns on Ludmila. Knocked to the ground, and whistle comes. Foul near midfield. Tejada went to ground, and Ludmila on the sliding challenge. Home opener for the Utah Royals at America First Field in Sandy, Utah. Year 3 of the reboot. Royals in their swarm kits. Clever back heel by Prashikar, but Kristen McNabb read it. Knocks it off a Utah player in a throw-in for the Wave.
Prashnikar coming from the Bundesliga, you're going to see a lot of those, tricky plays. And she hasn't gotten the ball enough to really show off her skills. But even in that moment, doing a little back heel through the legs of a defender is just the next level.
Clever player, Prashnikar. She won the Slovenian Player of the Year most recently for her country. Accomplished that goal 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. Ara Prashnikar posting up on Maroney, trying to knock it over the top, but out for the goal kick. Soccer lives here, and your seat is waiting. 2026 Real Salt Lake season tickets are on sale now. Don't miss a minute of the action at America First Field. Visit rsl.com or call 844-REAL-TIX. After the goal kick, Utah has it in possession in their own defensive half. Justice on the ground to Reel. Thompson tight to the touchline. Keeping it for Utah in support. Justice. Long ball over the top. Looking for Lacasse. Header knocked into the air by Mimi Van Zanten and out for the throw-in. Ground gained by Utah. And now the throw-in goes to Ari Nagai. Tejada in that pivot. One-touch pass by Prashnikar for Reel in support. Pushes it to the left for Del Fava. Nagai back for Reel near midfield. Thompson Thompson crosses into the area. Into the air, number 6. She caught it. Foul called on Kiana Palacios that she was in a duel with Kennedy Wesley.
Not a bad ball from Thompson. You could see she got it in this right flank, and she looked to get a big swung ball in the 6 to make things difficult for Freeman between the posts.
For as nervous as it looked like Utah started, they've certainly settled in here. 45th minute.
Both teams definitely more calm on the ball. They're holding on to possession when they win it back. Utah Royals always looking for that longer ball, and San Diego has now adjusted to that. You can see they've dropped a bit more, and they're reading, looking to cut out that longer pass that the Royals are trying to find.
Fourth official shows 3 minutes added to the first half. Not too many stoppages, just head injury from Kiana Palacios, the goals, and the check for the offside on a would-be goal from San Diego. 1-0 the score. San Diego out front through Dugenia, Brazilian international, scoring the goal in the 18th minute. Poor back pass by Kate Del Fava. Utah settling in first half. See if they can settle things coming into the second 45. Justice, her ball intercepted by Pearl Maroney on the left side. Could this be an opportunity for San Diego? Dugenia, the goal scorer, in the 18 on the left side, matching up with Tejada. Gets a deflection and wins the ball back for Utah, but the whistle blown by the center ref. A free kick for San Diego just outside the 18.
Tejada contesting for that one. She thought it was definitely shoulder to shoulder. The referee called this one just outside the 18 on this left side. It's a dangerous spot the fans also disagree.
Tejada apoplectic after that call. Shoulder to shoulder with Eugenia, but still a chance. See if San Diego can convert after the call. Kenza Dali stands over it. 2 players in the wall for Utah. Justice on her line. Dali, the right-footed player, on the free kick. Dali goes near post. Justice has to punch it out. Nagai pushes it to Mimi Van Zanten. Second ball. Reload for San Diego. Popped into the air by Del Fava. Nagai shields off Van Zanten, but still on for San Diego on the right side. Ludmila advances it to Van Zanten, who bangs it off of Tata Milazzo, and a corner kick coming for San Diego.
Dangerous play from the Wave. You saw such a good free kick taken by Dolly. A right in-swinger, almost finds that near post, upper 90. Justice coming up huge with that save. There's a couple deflections, almost another round of goals or of shots, really. And, you know, it falls out for a corner kick. The Wave really dangerous at the moment.
Late pressure from San Diego. Final moment of the minimum of added time in the first half. Kenza Dali trying to go near post on Mia Justice, trying to catch her. And the goalkeeper for the Utah Royals equal to the task on that occasion. Eugenia and Dali stand over the far side corner kick for San Diego. Short, Dali swings it into the middle. Justice the punch. Goes out for the far side. Van Zanten, the second ball. Nowhere close. Out for a goal kick and Mia Justice. And that is the final action of the first half. 1-0 the score heading into the break. Eugenia, the difference in the 18th minute. Goal coming off of a poor back pass by Kate Del Fava allows San Diego to convert, and they have the advantage heading into the break. When you come back, you'll hear my conversation with Yenny Thompson, the right back for the Utah Royals. The halftime show begins on the other side. You're listening to the Utah Royals Radio Network.
Choosing the right college is a big decision. At Weber State University, you don't have to choose between quality and affordability. In fact, the Utah Foundation ranked Weber State #1 in the state for financial return. With over $90 million in financial aid and scholarships, plus dedicated mentors to support student success, Weber State makes college accessible and achievable. Start your journey at weber.edu. That's weber.edu.
Real Salt Lake is back in action for the start of the 2026 MLS season. Be there on April 4th as Real Salt Lake takes on Sporting KC. Tickets available now at rsl.com or by calling 844-REAL-TIX.
Hey, have you seen the Johnson's house lately?
Yeah, new siding, new windows, even the gutters look amazing.
Right? I walked past 3 times yesterday.
You don't even live on this street.
I know, but their house looks that good.
When your siding, windows, gutters, and decking look great, people notice. That's what RGS Exteriors does.
Hi, Tim Brown here, RGS Exteriors. My family has been building and improving homes in Utah for 5 generations, and taking care of homeowners is something we take very serious. With over 1,300 5-star Google reviews, 21 Best of State awards, and our 10-year workmanship warranty, homeowners know they can trust RGS. Over 200,000 families across Utah have trusted RGS Exteriors with their home, and so can you. Schedule your free estimate today at 801-280-3110, 801-280-3110, 801-280-3110.
Hockey fans, let your voice be heard with the Utah Mammoth Fan Forum. Visit the Utah Mammoth page on KSLSports.com to connect with the team, other fans, and our KSL Sports Insiders. Start chatting today in the Utah Mammoth Fan Forum on KSLSports.com.
97.5 KZNS FM Colville, 1280 KZNS AM Salt Lake City, and KSL FM HD2 Salt Lake City Midvale. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. The first half is in the books, and we're breaking it down. This is the Utah Royals Halftime Show, presented by America First, the official credit union and proud jersey front partner of the Utah Royals FC. Whether you need low-rate loans, better ways to manage your money, or tools to grow your business, America First's all-star roster of products and services can help you reach your financial goals faster. Become a member today at americafirst.com. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
It is halftime between Utah and the San Diego Wave. Time to get to know one of the Utah Royals. And how's the form heading into this season, as it is year 3 of the project for the Utah Royals? JP Chunga at the half. Let's catch up with Jenny Thompson, a defender for the Utah Royals from Denmark. I started our conversation asking her about what the approach is heading into a new season.
It's very exciting. We want to go for this playoff, so that's obviously the goal. So we are very excited. We obviously got a loss in the first game, but that doesn't. It's very early, so that doesn't say anything.
When you look at how long the season and seeing that you have plenty of opportunities to make up points, what does that say about the league and just the opportunity that you guys have ahead starting tomorrow against San Diego?
It's obviously cool that it's 2 more teams in the league, and it's just saying a lot about women's soccer and how it's growing. Then it's also a lot of opportunities, but also 2 extra teams that you have to beat. We are just very excited for the game tomorrow, and now it's just taking one game at a time, and it starts with San Diego tomorrow.
What was it like to get the first game under your belt against Kansas City?
It was nice, especially for myself. Struggle a little bit with the injury in the beginning of the season, so coming back and play 30 minutes was nice, and everything was fine. And I will be back on track, and the team is nice to be started. And obviously Kansas is a great team, but it was sad that we didn't take that kind of teams on maybe one of their bad days.
When you look at the way that you finished last season, the goals, understanding what the system is a little bit better, how does that help you going into year 2?
It's obviously easier when you have been in a cup for longer. You know what we want, and I obviously got a year on me to get the tactics, get to know the club and how we want to play a lot better. So then it will be easier to go into this season. So I'm very excited for that.
What are you expecting tomorrow from the fans and being able to see them and play at home here in 2026?
I hope there come a lot of fans and just, I don't know what to say that, but just make some louds on the stands, and I hope we can give them a nice game and a win.
Thank you so much, Jenny.
Thank you.
Jenny Thompson, the defender for the Utah Royals, here on the Halftime Show. On the other side, find out scores around NWSL as it's halftime between Utah and San Diego from America First Field on the Utah Royals Radio Network.
Helping your money do more means putting yourself in the financial driver's seat.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no better or more literal way to do that than with a low-rate auto loan from America First Credit Union. Plus, for a limited time, when you finance your new vehicle with America First, you'll enjoy no payments for 90 days. And that means getting more mileage out of every cent you spend. So make your money move. Head to americafirst.com to apply for pre-approval of your low-rate auto loan today. Eligibility, terms, conditions, and creditworthiness apply. Subject to change. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal opportunity lender.
Stay up to date with everything Utah Jazz related with the new Jazz Notes newsletter. Get draft updates, analysis, and be the first to know about every off-season move. Visit KSLSports.com to sign up for the Jazz Notes newsletter.
Doug Wright here with Monty at Connecticut Quality Water Systems of Salt Lake, an authorized independent dealer. Monty, give it to me straight. Why is Connecticut the premium choice over those standard electric softeners?
Doug, it comes down to this. Do you want an appliance you have to babysit? Standard water softeners have microprocessors and computers that need setting and adjustment, and they use a lot more salt. So you get to haul 40-pound bags of salt down to your basement every month or so.
And Connecticut?
Zero electricity, zero timers to reset, zero downtime, and uses 70% less salt. It's a higher standard of engineering that completely removes the hassle of owning a water softener.
That's what I love about my Connecticut. Dee and I never have to even think about it. We occasionally add a bag of salt and it just works, and I've never had to set or adjust anything. Do what I did and get the one that just works. Find out how soft your water could be at softwaterutah.com. That's softwaterutah.com.
Soccer lives here, and your seat is waiting. 2026 Real Salt Lake season tickets are on sale now. Don't miss a minute of the action at America First Field. Visit rsl.com or call 844-REAL-TIX.
Your home of the Utah Royals FC is right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. KSL Sports Zone.
Halftime between the Utah Royals and San Diego Wave. Utah trails 1-0 after result of a Dugenia first half goal in the 18th minute of play. JP Chung with Amber Tripp here at America First Field, where the Utah Royals are playing in their home opener. Wait is over for Utah Royals soccer. Join us Friday, April 3rd for the second game of the season at home. The Utah Royals take on the Chicago Stars. Don't miss the energy, the atmosphere, and the start of the new season. Get your tickets at utahroyals.com. Trailing 1-0 in this game, their home opener, but a couple of nervous moments in the first half, Amber, that honestly a little fortunate not to concede more goals in that first half after a very nervous start.
Right, the Royals back line, they definitely had some moments where they were looking to play Mia Justice backwards, but they were cut out by the pressure of the Wave, especially with Dudinha and Ludmila, where they come and apply so much pressure to where they panic. And, you know, there was one that did get cut out. Kate Del Fava played a back pass, and Dudinha came in and one-timed it, put it in the back of the net. But like you said, there were a couple different moments where it was nervy back there.
As the game progressed in that half, Utah got more comfortable. They had a couple of opportunities of their own. On the other end, Cece Delzer and Chloe Lacasse, those are the players that were nearly game breakers for the Utah Royals on the offensive end.
You could see that they decided to take charge, and once they got into the attacking third, they weren't rushing things. They were trying to actually create a good opportunity, and the Royals had some great opportunities where they'd get the ball in the box. They just didn't have anybody home to really put the ball in the back of the net. But yes, they need more of that creativity. They need more attacking opportunities so that they can hopefully tie this game back up.
4-4 when it comes to shots, first half stats. Shots on target, San Diego with the advantage 4-1. San Diego had more corners in the first half, 3-1. Possession, something that we were keeping an eye on in the pregame. Right now, Utah with more possession, 51-49 in terms of possession. San Diego, a team that likes to have the ball. We'll see what happens in the second half. So far, if it trends towards the way that things ended, San Diego had a couple of opportunities right before the break, but Utah settled in. How could they continue that into the second half?
They just got to rely on keeping the ball. I mean, once they had the ball, like they had a bit more possession, and once they did, they could actually shift San Diego Wave, and I will give credit to the Wave. They did well defensively to drop and to make sure that they kept the ball in front of them. But overall, the more the Royals can have the ball, the better. The more that they can create going forward, like I mentioned earlier, the better. They will find more opportunities that way, and that's where they have a lot of threats, is up top.
See if the Utah Royals can score in the second half. They were held off the score sheet last week against Kansas City. Can they do it in their home opener? We'll find out with the second half. On the other side, you're listening to the Utah Royals Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Utah Royals Halftime Show, presented by America First, the official credit union and proud jersey front partner of the Utah Royals FC. Whether you need low-rate loans, better ways to manage your money, or tools to grow your business, America First's all-star roster of products and services can help you reach your financial goals faster. Become a member today at americafirst.com. Get ready. The second half is just moments away on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Want to get the latest info on Utah's newest sports franchise? Sign up for the Utah Mammoth newsletter. Get exclusive analysis, plus the latest news and notes on the Utah Mammoth. Sign up today at KSLSports.com for the Utah Mammoth newsletter.
Hey guys, Alex Curie here. You've heard us talking about SLC fat loss, and here I am again. You know why? Because it works. If you've ever lost the weight, if you've ever gained it back, then lose it and then gain it back. You're not alone. In fact, the number one concern people have about losing weight, it's not about just losing the weight. It's about gaining it all back later. And a new 2026 study found something pretty surprising. Here's what they have. People who stopped GLP-1 injections for their weight loss regained all that weight back nearly 4 times faster than the people who lost weight through just diet and behavioral programs. Why? Because a lot of medications only work while you stay on them. When you stop, your old habits, that appetite, it all returns, and so does the weight. Losing weight is the easy part. It's about learning how to keep it off and enjoy life. That's what really matters. At SLC Fat Loss, their doctor-developed program helps adults lose 20 to 40 pounds in about 60 days using real food from the grocery store. But more importantly, they're going to teach you how to maintain that weight loss long-term without giving up the foods that you love. See if you're a candidate today. Schedule that free consultation at slcfatloss.com. That's slcfatloss.com. Results may vary.
Life is busy and honestly, sometimes a little chaotic. Between work, school drop-offs, sports, and everything in between, some days feel completely upside down. Dinner used to be one of the hardest parts of my day. Now it's the easiest. When life feels upside down, Beehive Meals helps keep me grounded with home-cooked freezer meals that are ready when I am. No planning, no scrambling, just real food my family loves. Head to beehivemeals.com and stock your freezer with your solution to easy, delicious dinners and a little peace of mind.
Utah Royals soccer is back. Join us Friday, April 3rd, as the Utah Royals take on the Chicago Stars at 7 p.m. Don't miss the energy, the atmosphere, and the start of a new season. Get your tickets now at utahroyals.com.
Halftime adjustments have been made, and the Royals are back on the pitch. The second half is about to begin. This is Royals Soccer on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Second 45 about to get underway at America First Field, where the Utah Royals, in their home opener, host San Diego Wave. JP Chunga with Amber Tripp. Royals trail 1-0. Dugenia, the difference, goal in the 18th minute. Jimmy Kunratz with his first substitution after 45 minutes of play. Ari Nagai out. A Royal debut for Diana Pierre-Louis, Haitian international, getting her first chance to play for the Utah Royals in the midfield, wearing the number 15 in the all-black for Utah. Second half begins with San Diego playing it long and a goal kick for Mia Justice. Royals started the first half very nervous. A couple of back passes led to some chances for Dugenia. She pounced in the 18th minute. And the Royals trying to get back after that moment. Layoff by Delzer after the pass from Del Fava, stolen away by San Diego. Long pass by Dali, goes off the body of Ludmila. Clubs it off of Del Fava, but scooped over the top. Gabby Portillo on the right side. Milazzo has to play Mia Justice. On the ground, she finds Tejada. Finding space on the right side to Yenny Thompson. Plenty of bodies running forward. Thompson goes square to Tejada in the midfield. Trying to look for Lacasse on the left side. It's stolen away by Mimi Van Zanten. Wesley plays it on the ground. Diana Pierre-Louis knocks off Portillo. Utah has it with Milazzo, the goal scorer from last week against Kansas City. First touches by Diana Pierre-Louis. She comes over from the French league where she was able to get 10 appearances for her club 3 goals in her time in France. Lacasse on the left side, just outside the 18, knocks it off of Kennedy Wesley, and a throw-in attacking third for the Utah Royals near the corner flag. Just in the second minute of play in the second half. Trailing 1-0. Kiana Palacios outside the 18. Shielding it away from her defender. Milazzo knocking into the area and push right back out. A throw-in for Utah. Quickly to Delzer. Pierre-Louis. Square for Tejada. About 30 yards out. Right side, Thompson. Edge of the area. Cutting across her defender, Dugina, and it's knocked out of bounds. A corner kick. Second one of the match for the Utah Royals.
Definitely a lot more patience. We can already see in the second half. They have it at the top of the box. They're not trying to force anything. They're just trying to ping it. They played Yenny Thompson out wide. She had a really nice cut, but well defended by the Wave to push it out for a corner kick.
Smart by Yenny Thompson. Try and cut across the defender. Thompson goes over to take the corner kick on the far side. Thompson drives it. Back post, coming in Palacios, putting it back where it came, and knocked out by Dugina to do it again.
It's a beautiful corner taken by Yenny Thompson, finding that back post all the way to Palacios, and Palacios trying to head it back across. It just went a bit too far. Again, pushing it out for another corner.
Thompson again. Lacasse an option short. Bodies in the 6 for the Utah Royals. Into the area, knocked away by San Diego. Follow-up opportunity by Prashnikar on the volley. It goes off of the defender. She scoops it out wide for Yenny Thompson. Once again, going 1v1 on Pearl Maroney. Bangs it off of the defender and a throw-in coming. Thompson near the corner flag. Quickly to Delzer. Right back for Thompson. Combination for Delzer outside the 18. Uses Diana Pierre-Louis in support. Square for Del Fava in an advanced position. Del Fava keeps possession for Real. Out wide, Tejada. Little clip into the area. Intended for Kiana Palacios. It goes out of bounds. Another corner kick coming. This in the 50th minute of play.
The third corner in about the last 5 minutes of the start of the second half, JP. I mean, you can see the pressure that the Royals are applying to this Wave defense. And, you know, it's only a matter of time that one of these will fall in the back of the net.
6 Utah Royals around the 6-yard box of Leah Freeman. Palacios hanging on the back post, unmarked. Thompson swings the right foot into it. Knocked away by Gia Corley near the penalty spot. Prashnikar tracks it down near midfield and goes to Mia Justice in support. Pings it on the left for Palacios. Good first touch. Van Zanten comes over defensively and a throw in to Utah in front of their own bench. Sustained pressure in the second half by the Utah Royals, trying to get back into this game, trailing 1-0. Milazzo using Del Fava in support near midfield. Opposite side, Real carrying it forward. Real, left-footed ball on the ground to Prashnikar. Out wide, looking for Lacasse, who chests it to Milazzo. Tied up against the touchline. Milazzo swings the left foot into it. Kennedy Wesley had to deal with a ball that was bouncing in the 18 and knocks it out for a throw-in right near the corner flag. Milazzo uses Del Fava in support. Centrally, Real. Square, Tejada. Ball finds its way to Yenny Thompson on the right side. Now Real in support. Midfield, Real goes to Justice. Outside of her own area in her own defensive half. Justice pings this forward. Wesley in the air, pops it up. Palacios gets the second touch to it. Knocked into the air by McNabb. Delzer puts it for Lacasse. Kept by Diana Pierre-Louis. Tried to swing the foot into it. Was deflected by Eugenia, but Tejada won it back instantly for Utah. Milazzo looked for Delzer. Taken away by Kennedy Wesley. Right in front of the Utah bench, Gabby Porchillo has it knocked off of her last as she was trying to bang it off of Milazzo.
The Wave is doing really well to shift together, not giving the Royals really many opportunities in between the seams. It's difficult for the Royals to break except for that long ball over the top, which is what they've found.
Combination between Palacios and Prashikar on the far side, given away by Utah. Juginho in transition, dribbling it near the 18. Juginho, goal scorer from the first half, taking her chance just over the top as she was bearing in on the 18. Took it just outside of the penalty area. Didn't miss by much on the frame, but Mia Justice saw it over the top.
You can't give Eugenia any space. I mean, she'll take it and she will capitalize on it. That last shot, she hit it so well that it had this little dip at the end and it just fell over the bar. She's such a dangerous player. You really can't give her that kind of space.
Diana Pierre-Louis, the Royal debut in the second half, finds Tatum Milazzo with space on the left side. Pierre-Louis, the Haitian, has it taken off of her foot initially by Corley, but wins it right back. Excellently done. Delzer trying to find Kiana Palacios on a through ball. Well read by Kennedy Wesley. Given right back to Utah. Diana Pierre-Louis once again. Been all over the place in this second half. Poor control by Lara Prashnikar. Gives it to San Diego, but they're under so much pressure. Lose it right back. Thompson cuts it inside for Prashnikar. Support to Reel at midfield. Pressured by Ludmila. But again, the pass leaves some quality to be desired, and it's given back to the Utah Royals. Foul as they lost it once more, and this near midfield. Tejada gets the play started to Diana Pierre-Louis. Milazzo, pressured by Gabby Porchillo. Won by San Diego in the center circle. Ludmila has Eugenia on the left side. She uses her. Eugenia in the 18, cutting across the defender. Shot knocks off of Kate Del Fava. A necessary intervention by the center back. She had to come over because Eugenia was loading up for the shot. Cut inside by Prashnikar on the left side. She was cut out by Pearl Maroney, and a foul called near midfield in the 55th minute. A first yellow card for the San Diego Wave and their defender, Pearl Maroney.
Going back to that defensive play from Kate Del Fava, I mean, that really was the difference between 2-0 right now. She just sacrificed her body. It might have come off of her face. She didn't seem too stunned. But again, Eugenia, you cannot give her space. She took it. She did a nice little move, took it with her right foot. And again, Kate Del Fava coming up huge for the Royals in that moment.
She is the Iron Woman for this team. 2 straight seasons where she has played every single minute of every single match. Del Fava coming up huge for the Utah Royals in the second half. Blocking that shot from Eugenia. Back into play. Thompson uses Justice. Reel near midfield. Tejada. Square outside for Thompson. Trying to lift it over the top for Prashnikar. Tracked by Maroney. All the way back for Leah Freeman in her own 18. Making her first start. Rookie season spent with Bay. Chance with this San Diego team down to Southern California. Or now, as a result of Didi Haricic out with injury, she's getting the opportunity week 2 of the NWSL season. San Diego going through a bit of change as Kaylin Sheridan sent out. She's now with North Carolina. Canadian number 1, usual starter for San Diego, but changing teams in the offseason. So much change in the league. 2 more teams added, the longest season, all of NWSL history in the 14th year. Good ball advancing through Milazzo. Square, Delzer finds Ana Tejada outside the 18, taking her chance on the left foot. A one-hopper to Leah Freeman tests the goal, but the San Diego goalkeeper covers it up.
And not a bad take from Tejada. I mean, she didn't have a ton of space, but she created that space. And that's what the Royals need to do because of what San Diego is doing, shifting. The only ball over the top is the thing to break them. At some point, you got to start having one of their defenders step to you, and by shooting, they're going to have to do that. So it's important for the Royals to keep finding those moments, maybe settling for those longer shots to pull the defense out of place.
Nearly a chance created by Cece Delzer. A little too long on the through ball. Goes to Leah Freeman. San Diego has had to be on the back foot for nearly the entirety of this second half. Ludmila bounces off of Del Fava's body. Pierre-Louis getting stuck in as Gabby Portillo goes to ground. First challenge for the Haitian international for the Utah Royals, and now getting a talking to by the center official. A couple of changes for both teams. 59th minute of play. Utah trails 1-0. Yenny Thompson out for the Utah Royals. Cameron Simmons, the rookie out of FSU, on. And a debut for the Utah. Courtney Brown takes off Ana Tejada. Changes for San Diego as Gia Corley comes out. Kimi Ascanio on. Also, Leah Godfrey make a change as soon as this is sorted out. Gabby Portillo, who's still on the ground. Utah Royals trail 1-0 in the second half between themselves and the San Diego Wave. 5th meeting, Utah trying to get back. San Diego have not won in this entire series during their NWSL stints. Wait is over for the Utah Royals as they're back April 3rd. Utah takes on Chicago Stars. Don't miss the energy, the atmosphere, and the start of the season. Get your tickets now at utahroyals.com. Portillo back on her feet, but she heads to the bench as Jonas Eideval makes his first 2 substitutions. Leah Godfrey in for Portillo. Kenza Dali stands over the free kick near midfield. San Diego was dangerous from the free kick in the first half, but a whistle as there was a collision before anything could get started. So Utah ball just outside their 18. Don't miss a moment this season. Utah Royals season tickets are on sale now. Visit utahroyals.com or call 844-REAL-TICKS. Give it away by Utah after the free kick. Jujinha dribbles into the 18. Gliding past the defender, centering the ball. Initial touch by Ludmila. Still up for grabs for San Diego in the 18. Ball pangs outside for Mimi Van Zanten. Her shot deflected. Goes all the way back for Kennedy Wesley. Utah breathes a sigh of relief after that was played perfectly across the face of goal. Now it goes out of bounds. A throw-in coming from San Diego. Dangerous opportunity for San Diego in front of Nia Justice's goal.
A sigh of relief is exactly what the Royals just breathed out. I mean, geez, so many opportunities. It was like ping pong for a second there. Again, Judenia on that left side blew past some Royal defenders, got a good little slot pass back. It was deflected. So a lot of opportunities created by the Wave.
Ludmila battling with Kate Del Fava, and Utah Royals captain knocks it out of bounds for a throw-in. San Diego loses out to Lacasse. Milazzo scoops it up, looking for Palacios. Wesley first to it. Dali loses out. Lacasse trying to push it down the line. Still San Diego on the right side. Playing into this second half. Ludmila cutting it across. Leah Godfrey just into the game. Godfrey, the rookie, pushes it wide for Judenia. She's been a handful on the left side. Judenia across the body. Excellent block by Cameron Simmons. Her first intervention coming off the bench, the rookie out of FSU. Still on for San Diego. Dali. Milazzo went to ground, stalled her for a moment. Still possession to Kimi Ascanio. Now Dali outside. Kennedy Wesley pops it over the top and a goal kick. Excellent job by Cameron Simmons on the far side on Judenia.
Especially being a rookie. I mean, stepping on to a field this big with the name of the NWSL, I mean, that's always your dream, you know, and it's really, really cool that she's been able to step up. This is her second game and to clearly make a difference.
Leah Godfrey repossesses for San Diego. Kaylee Reel has to come over before it falls to Ludmila and knock it up into the air and out. A throw-in for San Diego. 64th minute of play. Utah trails 1-0. Van Zanten up against the end line. Cuts it across the face of goal. They're defending initially by Utah, and Prashnikar scoops it out. Throw it on the far side for the Wave. Virginia posting up Cameron Simmons. Help from Prashnikar. Palacios knocks it near midfield. Kennedy Wesley goes over to track it down. Yana Fagier switches the point of attack to Van Zanten. Combination with Ascanio. Out, the throw-in for Utah. Rather, it goes against them to San Diego. Cass knocks it off of Van Zanten. Throw-in for the Royals. Real Salt Lake is back in action. Started the MLS season. Be there April 4th. RSL takes on Sporting KC. Tickets available at rsl.com or calling 844 Real Tix. Milazzo driving it into the middle. Wesley uses the left foot. Clear it near midfield, and Milazzo's knocked header goes out of bounds to Jimmy Kunratz standing in front of the Utah Royals bench. Things have calmed down since the pulsating start of the second half by the Royals. San Diego settling in as they know they'll be under a bit of pressure with Utah pressing to even the game.
Both teams definitely calm on the ball. They're keeping possession. They're not forcing anything. You can see the Royals just taking their time, not trying to force. The San Diego pressure is high once it gets into that midfield, and the Royals tried to break it just now.
Courtney Brown tried to advance the ball. Lost initially, but won right back. Simmons turns upfield in the attacking half. Cross into the area. Goes long. Lacasse one-times it. Prashnikar, a deflection, goes into the back of the net. Prashnikar right near the penalty spot after the ball played in by Cameron Simmons. The Royals have broken through in the 67th minute. 1-1.
We talked about their patience, and they were waiting, and they found that trigger moment. It was a beautiful ball by Cameron Simmons playing in the back post. And then again, Chloe Lacasse just playing that ball to the middle, dropping it back. And Prashnikar just coming in huge, tucking it away in that back corner.
Knocked into the middle. Palacios was occupying the center back. It fell just right for Prashnikar, one-timing it. It went off of Kristen McNabb, but ended up into the back of the net. A first strike for Lara Prashnikar.
And class from her, again, coming from the Bundesliga, one of the best leagues in the entire world. And it just shows her precision, her ability to stay calm in big, big moments and just place that one perfectly past Freeman.
Being held up currently, Sean Tahini, the head official, they're trying to check if the initial ball was offside from Cameron Simmons into the box. Initial look appears to be onside, rather. Touched by Lacasse into the area. Palacios was in the middle. That is the check undergone by Abdu Njai, who is the VAR official. Change in the meantime as Kiki Pickett about to enter the game for Mimi Van Zanten. Defender for defender swap. Checking a possible offside on this goal that was scored by Lara Prashnikar, 67th minute. I have to say, with all the pressure that they applied right out of the gate in the second half, just results for the Utah Royals to get back into this game. And they get past the VAR check, no offside, so the goal stands all even at 1 between Utah and San Diego. Opening goal for Lara Prashnikar. First full preseason with the Utah Royals. First opportunity at home in 2026. She got a couple of games, 4 of them at the end of the season. Got the assists at home against Washington to finish off the season. Getting the goal on that occasion. See what Utah has for the rest of this second half. 70th minute of play, all even at 1.
Comparing to the first half, I mean, it was much more chaotic on both ends from San Diego Wave and from the Utah Royals. The Royals have really showed a lot of maturity this second half. It was like they got out their jitters. They got out, the first home game. They were excited. Now they're just settling into what they know.
Kennedy Wesley in a duel with Chloe Lacasse and goes out of bounds for a throw-in for the Utah Royals. Changes for Utah as Lara Prashnikar, the goal scorer for the Royals, comes out. Alex Spanstra coming into the game, and also Brecken Mozingo out of BYU, one of the changes for Chloe Lacasse as well. Lacasse and Prashnikar off, Spanstra and Brecken Mozingo on. Mozingo's first touch after the throw-in goes out off of her, and throw-in for San Diego near their corner flag. See if they can turn the game for the Utah Royals. 20 minutes remaining. Milazzo wins the ball, and yellow card given to Tatum Milazzo after collision between herself and San Diego Wave defender. 72nd minute, that yellow card.
And we'll see as the time continues to tick on, the later in the match it gets, the more testy it's going to get. I mean, being 1-1, you're tied, both coming off losses from this last week. You want to win. So we're going to definitely see some testy moments from both teams out here.
Free kick goes near midfield. Simmons smashes it out for a throw-in for San Diego near the Utah Royals bench. So far in the second half, Utah has had the edge in possession, 66%. Throw-in goes and knocked out by Diana Pierre-Louis. Another throw-in for San Diego. This near midfield. Controlled by Ludmila. Knocked over the top. Del Fava pops it back to San Diego's back line. And a collision between Sponstra, Marina Frazier. Another yellow card dealt to the Utah Royals. This the fourth caution for Utah. '73rd minute yellow card for Alexa Sponstra. New signing for the Royals, on loan from Portland Thorns. Fagier still on the ground, so still needing some attention from the San Diego medical team. Soccer lives here and your seat is waiting. 2026 Real Salt Lake season tickets are on sale now. Don't miss a minute of the action at America First Field. Visit rsl.com or call 844-REAL-TIX. If you want to enjoy a Real Salt Lake match from a private luxury box, suite, or premium club, email premium@rsl.com for more info. Well, Amber, this has been quite the game. Currently 1-1, just over a quarter of an hour remaining. This second half has been well played by the Utah Royals to get it back into the game. And Lara Prashnikar with a goal in the 67th minute has it even. Very just if you're looking at the way that they played in this second 45.
You're totally right, JP. And the San Diego Wave, they knew that they could pounce on the Royals at the beginning of this game when the nerves were high. They were looking for mistakes. They capitalized on one of their mistakes. Kate Del Fava playing a ball back. Dabinia coming in and just putting it in the back of the net. But they had a lot of those moments early in the first half. They've showed a huge shift in this second half where they've really taken control. It's a lot more calm. They've been able to hang on to possession, hang on to the ball, and that's not giving San Diego the opportunities that they wanted and that they could get in the first half where they could capitalize on their mistakes. The Royals just limiting those mistakes and keeping them to a minimum has kept San Diego pretty tame.
Let's hear Jimmy Kunerous give his assessment on Lara Prashnikar, the goal scorer.
One of the players that can make a difference for us, and it's just finding the right role, finding the right fit for her. I think she's at her best when she can come while getting to play and really combine with players. I think that's what we've seen last week as well. It was the first time we were finding Chloe Lacasse that often in behind, and they were all coming from passes from Lara. So I think Lara is definitely a player that likes to come into the shape and then feed beyond and through the shape of the opponent. So there's definitely a role that we want to give her this season.
Prashnikar, the goal scorer. That was Jimmy Kunerous, the head coach for the Utah Royals. Utah trying to get the ball back with a high press on San Diego, playing it out of the back. It goes off of Kate Del Fava near midfield and a throw in for the Wave. Eugenia goes to Kiki Pickett in support. Centrally, McNabb knocks it into the attacking half, but it goes to Mia Justice. Ludmila was offside, so the goalkeeper can gather it in her own 18. 77th minute of play. Result would be a positive one for the Royals against San Diego. 4 occasions in NWSL, they've lost each time. 0-4 against the Wave. Chance to get at least a result against a team that they haven't had any success in the league so far. Fejer keeps it near midfield for the Wave. Dali played it ahead for Leah Godfrey. Was deflected, and Godfrey on the second chance works it wide for Dugenia. Trying to play in the channel for Dali. Excellent cutout by Tatum Milazzo, so goes out of bounds. A corner kick coming for San Diego.
Tatum Milazzo has been an absolute stud on that right side. I mean, she's really making it difficult for San Diego to make any crosses or get in behind on this right side.
Corner kick goes into the middle, popped into the air and swung away by Sponstra. Well away from the goal, Pearl Maroney collects, pressured by Kiana Palacios, and does just enough to push it all the way back to Leah Freeman. Goalkeeper near the center circle. Her pass is knotted out by Brecca Mazingo as she was looking on the right side for Dudinha. Pickett enters the ball for Fejer. Dudinha ahead. Ball on the ground, knocked away by Kate Del Fava. Finds its way to Kenza Dali. One touches it outside. Pearl Maroney catches up to it. Has to back out as Cameron Simmons came over defensively. All the way in support at the center circle, Kennedy Wesley. Clipped ball into the area, Ascanio. Passed ahead for Ludmila, and Kate Del Fava once again, some last-ditch defending, knocks it out. Another corner kick going to San Diego.
Like you said, JP, Kate Del Fava coming up huge in that defensive third, in the 6, really, right above Mia Justice. Ludmila could have been a 1v1 with Mia, and Kate Del Fava coming up big, pushing it out for a corner.
Dali swings it into the area. Glanced header on the front post. Goes across the face of goal and draws oohs and ahs from the crowd. Just wide of the target. That one could have been dangerous as it was knotted on the front post. Kristen McNabb was the one that got to it. '80th minute of play. 1-1 the score. Prashnikar the goal in the second half to even things. 67th minute. Utah trying to build off of it. Simmons clips it in for Palacios. Combination with Courtney Brown. Palacios on the ground looking for Sponstra on the far side. Sponstra swings it into the 6, and Leah Freeman catches easily, but that good build-up in transition by Palacios to find Sponstra on the far side.
A really good play, JP, being able to break down that San Diego Wave on the right side. A little tiki-taka, a little play to get that ball whipped across.
Courtney Brown tried to find Sponstra once more. Too long, and it goes out for a throw-in for San Diego. Won by Utah. Kiana Palacios outside the 18. Looking for her left foot. Kennedy Wesley goes to ground and wins it for San Diego. Second ball given back to the Royals. Mozingo tried to go 1v1, but Dudinha takes it off her foot. Ludmila in the center circle. Loses out to the Royals in Kaylee Reel. Sponstra once more. Support Reel in the center circle. All the way back for Justice, their defensive half. Much more composed, much more control by the Utah Royals. Second half nearly gave a couple of opportunities to San Diego in the first half. Haven't done so second. Just like that, Dudinha coming in on the 18, goes to ground, and Milazzo given a card, and that is her second caution for Tatum Milazzo. She is sent off in the 82nd minute of play. That could be quite the game changer for the Utah Royals, as Dudinha was bearing in on the 18. She went to ground, and the center official went to the yellow card.
That is definitely going to make a huge difference, JP. I mean, being a man down with the Wave already having a bit of momentum going forward. I mean, this is a very dangerous spot. It's outside the 18 on the right side. I mean, we've seen them. They can strike the ball. They can put enough curve on it, enough whip. So it's definitely a dangerous spot the Royals are in now.
See what they'll be able to do for the final moments of the match. They will play down a player. Tatum Milazzo sent off in the 82nd. Kenza Dali stands over it. Leah Godfrey, an option right next to her. 3 players in the wall. Dali on the ground near the penalty spot. McNabb got it to it. It was blocked on the shot. Follow-up effort by Kimmy Ascanio. Puts it across the face of goal, and well defended by Kiana Palacios. She has an outlet through Brecca Mazingo. Can she beat Pearl Maroney to it? San Diego recovers well. Would have been a break onto the goal if Mazingo was able to corral it. But Utah escapes that dangerous free kick chance without conceding.
It was well played by the Wave, too. Kenza Dali put it on the ground, looking for that slot pass. They got it shot off, but the Royals did well to defend it. And then again on that counter, Brecca Mazingo could have been on a run. It just got caught underneath her.
So we'll see how pressed San Diego will get with the player advantage, and what changes can Utah enact, as they've got to survive these final moments of the game. 85th minute of play, down a player. Tatum Milazzo sent off with a red card. 2 yellow cards, took down Dudinha for the second. Justice lobs it into the corner, into space. Mozingo trying to catch up to it. Pickett gets there first. Dudinha controls. Brown takes it away. Midfield, Diana Pierre-Louis looking for the run of Kiana Palacios. Excellent job to find her. Palacios outside the 18, clips it into the area. Too long for CC Delzer. Can she track this down? She does. Uses Cameron Simmons in support. Trying to cut across Kimmy Ascanio. Ascanio wins it back. San Diego has it in their defensive third. McNabb passes with her center back partner, Kennedy Wesley. Advancing through Lorena Fagier. On the left side, Pearl Maroney. Not clean on the first touch. Simmons bangs it off of her. It falls to CC Delzer at midfield. Brown and Delzer try to combine. Stolen away by Krista McNabb. Her searching pass for Ludmila is intercepted. And it's knocked out of bounds for a throw-in for Utah. They can corral it in their own defensive half. Wonder how many bodies Utah throws forward. Down a player. Del Fava finds Sponstra on the left side. Cutting across. Finds Diana Pierre-Louis. Trying to turn. Godfrey roughs her off the ball. Dali looking for the run of Ascanio. 2 in front of her, and it goes to Mia Justice at the edge of her 18. 4 minutes left in the 90.
At the moment, you wouldn't even know the Royals were down a man. They are staying in control. They're still very poised on the ball, finding the right outlets, not being too testy or, trying anything too crazy, but they've created a chance out of it already. Playing a nice through ball, looking to play the ball across.
Ascanio combines with Fejer near midfield. Ascanio driving into the middle, outside the 18, finds Dali on the ground. Godfrey finds her chance at the penalty spot. Leah Godfrey puts it past Mia Justice, and the goal for San Diego coming in the 87th. Could that be the winner? Leah Godfrey on an excellent combination with Kenza Dali puts it past Mia Justice. Not much she can do. Right at the penalty spot, the goal coming for San Diego.
We had said, JP, in the NWSL, it'll be on one end and then it'll be on the other. We were just talking about the Royals, and then on the other end, San Diego just puts one in the back of the net. It was really beautiful. It was a nice build from the midline all the way to the attacking line, and Leah Godfrey, the goal scorer, puts it just past Mia Justice.
Up a player, up a goal. Leah Godfrey, the goal scorer for San Diego. A change for Jonas Eideval is Tatum Winalda coming onto the field to replace Ludmila. Gutting for the Royals as they were playing so well with the cards stacked against them, down a player, now having to chase for the final moments of the game. 89th minute of play. Fejer trying to dribble up against her back line. It's cleared only to Kaylee Reel. Playing on the far side, Simmons. Inside to Courtney Brown. Trying to knock it off of Ascanio. Ascanio wins it and puts it ahead for Eugenia. She's been dangerous all night long. Playing it into the channel in between ideas with Dali. Justice pops it up into the air. Courtney Brown trying to track it down. Loose on the touch. Eugenia wrong-footed and went to ground. See how much time is added by the fourth official. Goal coming from Leah Godfrey. Right now the difference. Into the attacking phase of play. Cece Delzer glides past the defender, trying to find it for Brecca Muzingo. It's cut out by Kiki Pickett. That could have been the final pass for Brecca Muzingo after Cece Delzer did such hard work to win it for Utah.
Well, sorry, JP, to cut you off. It was well cut out by Kiki Pickett as well, and it would have been such a good ball for Brecca Muzingo.
90th minute of play. Lobbed at midfield. Del Fava the head to it. Out of bounds for San Diego to throw. Utah has never won in games against San Diego. 0-4 in NWSL. Looked so good in the second half. Thought that they had a result with the goal from Lara Prashnikar. 7 minutes on the board from the fourth official. 7 minutes of added time. See if there are more chances left in this game. Opportunity for Kimi Ascanio. She goes square for Pearl Maroney, who puts it well over the top. Plenty of space for Ascanio. You wonder why she didn't bear in on goal for Mia Justice.
She definitely had a window. Looked to play it off wide to Maroney, and Maroney just mishit it. She hit the outside of the ball. It skied over the bar. I'm sure San Diego Wave would love to take that one back.
We're in a comfortable position right now, up 2-1. Leah Godfrey, the difference. Eugenia scored in the first half, equalized by Lara Prashnikar. Godfrey the goal late. San Diego with possession. Kiki Pickett. The attacking half to Dali. Support Kennedy Wesley pops it over the top. Nobody to run on for the Wave, and Mia Justice collects in the 18. Rolls it on the ground, pushing the Royals up. Long ball over the top. Wesley right under it. Nods it forward. Volleyball in the midfield. Brown comes down with it. Real in support at the center stripe. Courtney Brown, the West Haven, Utah native. First opportunity with the Utah Royals. Coming over from the Washington Spirit. Diana Pierre-Louis cut out on the possession. It's knocked ahead for Eugenia behind the Utah Royals defense. Eugenia on the right side in the 18. Mia Justice has to come up big. In her own 6, Eugenia was bearing down on her goal. Justice, the big save as it was knocked into her body on the push over the top by Tatum Winalda on the long ball.
Huge save by Mia Justice. Dudenia looking to expose her on that near post. It looked like she had a window. Justice came up and decided to block it. It was a huge save from her.
Corner kick coming for San Diego. Precious seconds coming off the clock for Utah. Pickett. San Diego cycles it to the far side, well away from the Utah goal. Pearl Maroney on the left side, backing away from the pressure, keeping it away from the Utah Royals. Maroney has plenty of space now on the left channel. Inside to Ascanio, dribbling it in the 18. Ascanio, Kimmy Ascanio still with it, having it knocked away. Sponstra tried to push it forward. Del Fava finally clears. Goes to Wesley in the center circle. Been solid for the San Diego Wave at the center back position. Wave doing well to keep it away from the Utah Royals. Great crowd here at America First Field for the home opener between Utah and San Diego. Dali lifts it up over the top. Tatum Winalda tracks this down. Using Leah Godfrey. Square in the attacking third, San Diego. Not giving Utah any chance to get on the ball. Godfrey in the 18. On the ground to Eugenia. Back for Dali, who strikes it one time, and that didn't miss by much. Over the top of Mia Justice's goal, but that wasn't far off.
And that's how Kenza Dali, that's the type of player she is. You give her one layoff ball back, she's going to strike it well, strike it with pace. And if that was just a couple inches shorter, that would have been a goal.
Excellent technique by Kenza Dali. Harder than it looks in those layoffs. Dali getting the strike. 5th minute of the added time. Royals trail 2-1. San Diego in possession after a goal kick. Loses it out for the Wave to get back on the ball. Utah down a player after Tatum Milazzo sent off. Maroney with space up against the end line, cutting it across the face of goal. Pops out for Ronaldo. One-timer. There's Milazzo. Rather, it's Justice on the save. The follow-up effort goes in the back of the net, but the flag is up for offside. Put into the back of the net. Believe that was Leah Godfrey once again, but the flag was up by the near side official, Melissa Black. Has it offside.
Leah Godfrey, she's been a really great sub for the San Diego Wave. She's come on, she's made a difference. She's put a goal in the back of the net already and almost had a second. Just a couple steps in front of the Royals defender, putting her in an offside position.
Royals have it on a throw-in on the far side. 1 more minute remains of the 7 that was added. Long ball over the top, repelled by Kennedy Wesley. Godfrey nods it for Kaylee Reel to pop it in the air. Scanio has it knocked off of her foot by Kaylee Rio. Justice on the ground to Sponstra on the left side. Brecca Mozingo making a run on the left channel. Sponstra taking on Dali, 1v1. Has to back off. Sponstra clips it over for Cameron Simmons on the right side. Simmons lofts it into the area. Too long. Kiki Pickett sees it out. Goal kick to San Diego.
Cameron Simmons, she's really good at those across the face of the goal balls. She likes to chip it back post. She had Brecca Mozingo. It just went a bit too far in front.
Leah Freeman to take the goal kick. Goes long. Sponstra first head to it, out of bounds after Kennedy Wesley knocks it near the Utah Royals bench. Is there one more chance? Brecca Mozingo trying to turn the corner and a foul called on Kiki Pickett. Utah can have a chance on this free kick. Down a player after Tatum Milazzo sent off in the 82nd minute. Leah Godfrey scored in the 87th. Right now, the only goal that has San Diego ahead. Brecca Mozingo stands over this free kick in front of the Utah Royals bench. Mozingo out of BYU swings the left foot into it. Excellent ball on the back post. Cece Delzer sees it go off of her foot and out for a goal kick. One final chance goes begging, and the final whistle from the center official gives the 3 points to San Diego. Leah Godfrey, the winner in the 87th. Utah Royals down to 10 players, falls to the San Diego Wave in their home opener in week 2 of NWSL. That does it for us here. Postgame show begins on the other side as the Utah Royals fall to the San Diego Wave 2-1 in their home opener at America First Field. You're listening to the Utah Royals Radio Network.
When someone is injured through no fault of their own, Siegfried and Jensen will fight to get them the results they need. We've successfully handled tens of thousands of personal injury cases. We have the experience, knowledge, and resources needed to take on the insurance companies. Since 1990, we've recovered over $1 billion for our clients. If you've been injured, let us help you get the compensation you need and deserve. Choose Siegfried and Jensen.
Utah Royals soccer is back. Join us Friday, April 3rd, as the Utah Royals take on the Chicago Stars at 7 p.m. Don't miss the energy, the atmosphere, and the start of a new season. Get your tickets now at utahroyals.com.
I'm here with Monty from Connecticut Quality Water Systems of Salt Lake, an authorized independent dealer. So, Monty, I wonder if you know someone like this. He's the ultimate DIY guy. Restores classic cars, builds his own deck, and even smokes his own brisket.
Sounds like a talented guy.
He is, but get this, his other weekend hobby is troubleshooting his water softener. He's always down there resetting the timer or fiddling with the circuit board.
See, Doug, that's where I draw the line. Smoking a brisket is a great weekend project.
Yeah.
Fixing an electric water softener is just a chore.
Exactly. He thinks he's saved money by buying the bargain brand, but he's paying for it with his Saturdays.
That's the Connecticut difference. Our systems are premium because they are non-electric and fully automated. No computers to fry, no timers to reset. We install it and you get back to the hobbies you actually enjoy.
If you want soft water, do what I did and leave that to Connecticut. It runs on water power, not willpower. Learn more at softwaterutah.com. That's softwaterutah.com.
Soccer lives here, and your seat is waiting. 2026 Real Salt Lake season tickets are on sale now. Don't miss a minute of the action at America First Field. Visit rsl.com or call 844-REAL-TIX.
At University of Utah Health, we're mapping DNA to find the cause and the cure. Because 1 in a million is really just one. One person facing one incredibly difficult diagnosis, looking for one thing: hope. Learn more at uofuhealth.org.
Which cookie is best? Oh, add cream to your soda or not? Well, here's something we can all agree on. We care about Utah, and it's in danger because Great Salt Lake is drying up, crippling our economy and ecosystem. Even worse, toxic dust containing arsenic and mercury will blow from the exposed lake bed, threatening the health and safety of local communities. This isn't a future problem, it's already happening. You still have time to make a difference. Visit growgsl.org to learn how you can help save the lake.
97.5 KZNS FM Colville, 1280 KZNS AM Salt Lake City, and KSL FM HD2 Salt Lake City Midvale. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Another Utah Royals game is in the books. And this is your Royals postgame show, presented by America First, the official credit union and proud jersey front partner of the Utah Royals FC. Whether you need low-rate loans, better ways to manage your money, or tools to grow your business, America First's all-star roster of products and services can help you reach your financial goals faster. Become a member today at americafirst.com. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Post-game reaction after the Utah Royals dropped their first game against the San Diego Wave. Home opener for Utah in week 2 of the NWSL. 2-1 the final score as a result of Leah Godfrey's game winner in the 87th minute. JP Chunga with Amber Tripp. First goal was scored by San Diego in the 18th by Dugenia. They had the advantage in the first half, but after the whistle at halftime, coming out in the second half, Utah looked like a changed team. They broke through in the 67th minute of play after having the lion's share of possession. They went down to 10 players in the 82nd minute of play as Tatum Milazzo was called for her second yellow card. That allowed the player advantage for San Diego, and they converted in the 87th through Leah Godfrey. A tough result for the Utah Royals, especially considering how well they played in that second half.
Absolutely. And they faced a lot of adversity. I mean, you talked about being a goal down, coming back, being a man down. You know, the cards didn't fall for them tonight, but overall, a lot that they can take from this game, a lot that they can learn from. Like you mentioned, the first half compared to the second half, the way they matured just over that short amount in the halftime speech. I mean, coming out, they looked like a different team. And if they can bring that energy, that composure into all of their matches for 90 minutes, I think they'd find themselves sitting with a different result tonight.
You can catch the next home game for the Utah Royals April 3rd as they take on the Chicago Stars. Don't miss the energy, the atmosphere, and the start of the new season. Get your tickets now at utahroyals.com. An excellent crowd for the Utah Royals at AFF. They were all over this one, whether it was the boos, the cheers, the boos for the ref that they didn't agree with many of the calls, but ultimately unable to get the result in their first game at home in NWSL. But I thought very encouraging to see Lara Prashnikar get on the score sheet with that goal in the 67th minute. They were applying so much pressure in that second half to finally break through Lara to get her first goal for the Utah Royals. That was pretty big.
That was huge. Huge for them, huge for her as an individual player coming from overseas and really wanting to make a name for herself. You saw the composure she had, the maturity she had to be able to just place that perfectly in the corner. And, at one point it was 1-1 and it was looking pretty good for them. So if they can continue with that momentum going forward, they'll have a lot of success.
Real Salt Lake is back in action for the start of the MLS season. Be there on April 4th as RSL takes on Sporting KC. Tickets available now at rsl.com or by calling 844-REAL-TIX. We'll talk about standouts for the Utah Royals in this game after they drop the home opener 2-1. Red card for Tatum Milazzo, the winner for Leah Godfrey for San Diego. They move to 1-1 on the season. Utah drops to 0-2 on the campaign. Post-game reaction continues here on the Utah Royals Radio Network.
Real Salt Lake is back in action for the start of the 2026 MLS season. Be there on April 4th as Real Salt Lake takes on Sporting KC. Tickets available now at rsl.com or by calling 844-REAL-TICKS.
David James for Soda Weight Loss. State of the art. Do you want to lose weight? You can do it. I did. My goal was to lose 20 pounds. It took 5 weeks. Soda helped me get the weight off, lose those pounds, and lose those inches. No shots, no pills. It costs thousands of dollars to keep getting those shots and pills to keep the weight off. Instead, call Soda, S-O-T-A. Go to sodaweightloss.com or call them at 866-800-SODA. You'll get a nutritionist. You'll meet with them once a week. You'll come up with a plan that works for you and your health history. You don't starve yourself. You get 3 meals per day plus 2 snacks. They'll get the sugar and the sodium out of your diet. The weight and the inches will come off. It worked for me. It can work for you. Call right now, 866-800-SOTA. Go online. Check their 9,000 Google reviews. And they got a buy one, get one offer right now. You and a friend, 2 transformations for the price of 1. Call Soda right now, 866-800-SOTA. Join Soda for a short time. Lose the weight for a lifetime.
Business technology has changed a lot over the last 70 years. But one thing hasn't.
Les Olson is here.
As the years have passed, there's been one constant. And after 70 years and still counting, Les Olson IT is here with the technology and the people to make life easier, more productive, and more secure for your business. Let Les be here for you.
Don't miss a moment this season. Utah Royals season tickets are on sale now. Visit utahroyals.com or call 844-REAL-TICKS.
This is Utah Royals Soccer on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Standouts from the Utah Royals home opener as they drop this one 2-1 against the San Diego Wave. The Royals in their second week of NWSL action, first of 3 games in 7 days. They'll be taking on Washington on Wednesday and finishing up the week on Saturday against the Boston Legacy, a newcomer to NWSL. JB Chunga with Amber Tripp. Taking a look at the standouts for the Utah Royals and the San Diego Wave. For Utah, I thought in the second half when Diana Pierre-Louis debut, Haitian international, coming over from France, she entered in the second half. She was a part of the reason they came out in the front foot in that second 45.
She came in with a lot of confidence. She was really calm on the ball. She was switching the point of attack. She really did come off the bench and make her name known. She didn't do anything crazy, flashy, but she was the reason that the Royals could stay in that flow state that they had found in the second half.
For the Utah Royals, it was a game where they played in the second half a majority of the time in their attacking half. Possession also went in their way, 55-45 when it comes to second half possession. They had a full-time disadvantage in shots, 15-7. Shots on target went 6-3 in favor of San Diego as well. But the second half, much better in the first. And they were able to score in the 67th minute through Lara Prashnikar, who also has to be known as a standout for Utah. Her goal evened things at 1. She also had a couple of good chances for Utah and ultimately converts.
Yeah, she showed us a lot of her individual game with her creativity. She had a lot of fun little tricks. I mean, she megged somebody with a little back heel like that. That's just how she is. That's her style of play. And I was really glad for her to put one in the back of the net. She deserved it after her performance.
Played at the end of last season, but opening her account for the Utah Royals here in 2026. Stand up for San Diego. I think there's one name to bring up and one name only. It was a masterclass by the number 88 in a San Diego Wave shirt, Dudinha. She was a handful all night long. She got her goal in the 18th minute, but she was very dangerous in both halves.
Dudinha was all over that back line of the Utah Royals. I mean, she was on the left, she was on the right, she was creating chance after chance. I mean, her creative mind just really showed tonight. She had so many opportunities, and even up until the last minute, she was still in that 6-yard box, causing Mia Justice a lot of havoc. And scoring her goal in the 18th minute, I mean, she was on the prowl, on the attack, ready to put that ball in the back of the net, and really just capitalized off of the Royal struggle that they had played that back pass and came in, and she put it away.
If it wasn't for Mia Justice, if it wasn't for Kate Delfava, who had a block in the second half, Eugenia might have had a hat trick, could have had more than just the one goal that she ended up with. If you want to enjoy Real Salt Lake match from a private luxury box, suite, or premium club, email premium@rsl.com today for more info. As well as Real Salt Lake continuing their MLS slate. Season tickets are on sale now. Don't miss a moment of the action at America First Field. Visit rsl.com or call 844-REAL-TIX. Wrap things up, give you a final thought, and also preview next game for Utah Royals as they take on the Washington Spirit next here on the Utah Royals Radio Network.
Helping your money do more means putting yourself in the financial driver's seat.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no better or more literal way to do that than with a low-rate auto loan from America First Credit Union. Plus, for a limited time, when you finance your new vehicle with America First, you'll enjoy no payments for 90 days. And that means getting more mileage out of every cent you spend. So make your money move. Head to AmericaFirst.com to apply for pre-approval of your low-rate auto loan today. Eligibility, terms, conditions, and creditworthiness apply. Subject to change. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal opportunity lender.
At University of Utah Health, we're mapping DNA to find the cause and the cure. Because 1 in a million is really just one. One person facing one incredibly difficult diagnosis. Looking for one thing: hope. Learn more at uofuhealth.org.
Five guys walk into a JCW's and order burgers. A pastrami, a mushroom Swiss, guacamole bacon, a hickory barbecue, a ribeye steak, 2 onion rings, 3 french fries, a strawberry, mint, peanut butter, chocolate, and marshmallow shake, and not one left to tip. Because at JCW's, we don't ask for it. We think the price you see should be the price you pay. And all that, would you like to leave a tip stuff, is for the birds. JCW's. Quality and a lot of it. Open in American Port, Lehigh, Provo, South Jordan, and Harriman.
Get the latest Utah sports headlines delivered to your inbox with the KSL Sports Newsletter from the Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, BYU, Utah, Real Salt Lake, and more. Be in the know of all things sports in the state of Utah. Visit KSLSports.com to sign up for the KSL Sports Newsletter. Soccer lives here, and your seat is waiting. 2026 Real Salt Lake season tickets are on sale now. Don't miss a minute of the action at America First Field. Visit rsl.com or call 844-REAL-TIX.
Your home of the Utah Royals FC is right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. KSL Sports Zone.
Closing things up here on the postgame show as the Utah Royals fall in their home opener of the 2026 NWSL season. But plenty of occasions to catch the Utah Royals at home. Don't miss a moment this campaign. Utah Royals season tickets are on sale now. Visit utahroyals.com or call 844-REAL-TIX. 2 on the final score against San Diego in their home opener. JP Chunga with Amber Tripp. Next game is Wednesday at 5 o'clock. KMYU is where you can watch it and also listen to it here on the Utah Royals Radio Network. But the Washington Spirit are an impressive team. They have quite the star in Trinity Rodman.
Washington is already a great team within itself. And then, yes, you add Trinity Rodman to that mix, and it's a whole handful. She is one of the greatest players to be playing the game of football at the moment and has national team experience. She is a standout in every team that she's played for. So the Washington Spirit will definitely be a challenge for the Royals on Wednesday.
You'll be able to catch that one at 5 o'clock on KMYU on the Utah Royals Radio Network. Spirit. Catch that one on KMYU. Amber, I want to get a final thought before we head out. The Utah Royals fall 2-1 in the home opener in front of a great crowd here at AFF. The new kits, the Swarm, all blacks. It looked really good on the field when it came to just how they were able to play up and down. The second half looked better than the first, but what do you think of the play? A final thought tonight as the Utah Royals fall 2-1.
Overall, a lot of positives, a lot of learning moments that the team can take from tonight's match. Playing a man down, getting a red card. These are all things that you'd rather happen at the beginning of the season so you can know how to deal with them later. They have another game on Wednesday. It's a quick turnaround, so they can learn quickly from these things and apply it instantly in the next 2 matches coming up. So overall, a lot of positive things they can take out of tonight's match against San Diego Wave.
You are so right. 28 more games remain. Plenty of season left to come for the Utah Royals. Amber, appreciate it. Thank you so much for filling in for Carla.
Thank you, JP. Anytime.
Amber Tripp on the broadcast for us. That does it for us tonight here at America First Field. The home opener, the final score, Utah Royals 1, San Diego 2. For Amber Tripp, our entire crew, our broadcast engineers on site, I'm JP Chunga. You've been listening to NWSL Stalker on the Utah Royals Radio Network.
Don't miss a moment this season. Utah Royals season tickets are on sale now. Visit utahroyals.com or call 844-REAL-TICKS. Utah Royals soccer is back. Join us Friday, April 3rd, as the Utah Royals take on the Chicago Stars at 7 p.m. Don't miss the energy, the atmosphere, and the start of a new season. Get your tickets now at utahroyals.com.
In Utah, over 200,000 families have trusted RGS Exteriors with their homes, and there's a reason for that. Our family's business has been serving Utah homeowners for 5 generations. In fact, there's no exterior company in Utah with a longer history, not even close. That kind of reputation doesn't happen by accident. It happens year after year, award after award, referral after referral, and home after home. At RGS Exteriors, we specialize in siding, windows, gutters, and decking that protect and transform your home.
Hi, Tim Brown here, RGS Exteriors. My family has been building and improving homes in Utah for 5 generations, and taking care of homeowners is something we take very serious. With over 1,300 5-star Google reviews, 21 Best of State awards, and our 10-year workmanship warranty, homeowners know they can trust RGS. Over 200,000 families across Utah have trusted RGS Exteriors with their home, and so can you. Schedule your free estimate today at 801-280-3110, 801-280-3110.
Hockey fans, let your voice be heard with the Utah Mammoth Fan Forum. Visit the Utah Mammoth page on KSLSports.com to connect with the team, other fans, and our KSL Sports insiders. Start chatting today in the Utah Mammoth Fan Forum on KSLSports.com. Soccer lives here, and your seat is waiting. 2026 Real Salt Lake season tickets are on sale now. Don't miss a minute of the action at America First Field. Visit rsl.com or call 844-REAL-TICKS.
23-year-old defenseman for L.